Oh, good morning, y'all. Morning. Thought maybe I'd try this again. See if anybody shows up. So far, streaming underneath this name, nobody's really showed up. So, which is fine. I mean, it's all good in the hood. I don't care how you get here, just get here if you can. The Gay Area Company. Good morning. Well, good morning to you too. I don't know what the gay area is, but hey, good morning. What's up, Cogburn? The Bay Area. Gotcha. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Mr. Cockburn, you're funny. Just saying. Oh, goodness gracious, that sucks. It's been raining and spitting snow here for the last 2 days. My son hasn't gotten home from work yet. It's making me nervous because the roads are nasty. Or they so they look anyway. Because I got here fire trucks and shit going off. I just woke up, so I'm not really doing the whole camera thing right now. I'm not feeling that great today. My chest is all wheezy. I woke up with it about 3 o'clock, just wheezing really bad. Couldn't hardly breathe. I usually get sick with pneumonia about this time of year, so. I hate the cold, drizzly rain though, because I usually get really sick. I'm usually in the hospital for about a week, feeling like I'm gonna die. But anyway, the greatest story ever told. I'll check it out. I'm not very entertaining today, but it's a moment very so much yet. Sorry about that. Goodness gracious. No longer on YouTube. I'll find it somewhere, I'm sure. Morning, Anna. I don't know. Probably. I have no idea who's lurking. I wish I knew. I wish you could tell, but I don't know. How are you, Anna, today? I'm all right. I'm a little wheezy, and not feeling the greatest right now. I'll be right back. Tara, that's cool. Thanks for coming in. I'll be right back. I gotta go to the bathroom, y'all. All right, I'm back. Sorry. Bye, Rooster. See, this is why I'm not showing my face. I look horrible. Not yet, anyway. Gotta do my hair or something. I apologize. I'm a little bit not feeling great. My chest is full of gunk. So, thanks. Anna, girl, I love you. You'd say I look fine to you if I look like a hot. I was like, I could have been. I could have been looking really, 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 really horrible. And you'd say I look fine because you're sweet like that. Oh goodness, I don't even know if I could sing today. Oh crap. My voice is squeaky and scratchy. Oh, I love you, Banana. Anna Banana. Anna Banana, my favorite troll. Ooh, ooh, It's got 4 people in here. It ain't bad, I guess. Anna's the only one talking to me. Miss Tara's lurking, she said. Rooster left. Yeah, it's spitting stuff here today too, still. I think. Let me look. Yeah, it's still gross out there. It's gross outside. I don't see anything flying, but it's okay. It's just really cold here. It's like 35 degrees, I think it was. Ooh. Yeah, it's like 35 here, but it's cold. I don't know. Oh, I just about freaked out. I thought I had a crack on my thought I had a crack on my tablet and I was about to lose my mind. It wasn't a crack, it was a hair. Anyways, seems like I stream on here and nobody comes in anymore. I hate it. I don't even think my rooster is here. I wouldn't be here though. I'm boring as fuck. Boring as fuck. Telling you. Yeah, it's stupid, Tara. It really is. So you want me to pay you for my time, but offer it to me for free for just a little bit. It's ignorant. At least for the hangout, you didn't have to fucking sit there and pay for it. Ugh. Hey, Rooster, if you're listening, why don't you go live and I'll get off here? Or not. That's fine. Mama Miranda, what is up? I'm not feeling good today. You use OBS? I don't even know what OBS is. I've never even heard of it. Don't even know how to use it. What's up, Mama?
Making something to eat. I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm sitting here thinking about that too.
I might stab the bird. Who knows? She got up this morning with a headache.
Me too. I have a headache and I'm wheezy in my chest.
My cold is going away though. I can breathe a little better today. I had a good night at work last night.
Good.
Yeah. Peggy was in a really good mood and she slept most of the time. The only thing is I couldn't get her to eat much. She wasn't hungry. So she just snacked all day, all night. I don't know. A little worried about her. She hasn't been looking very good lately. Like her skin looking pale, color. So I mentioned it to my boss, and I guess they're gonna. If she doesn't look better today, they're gonna call a doctor to come over and check her out.
Yeah, Tara, I know nothing about OBS. I glanced at. I thought about looking it up, but I never have.
Every time somebody talks about OBS or I see it typed in the chat, I keep thinking of those freaking tampons. OB, it's the way you should be. Keep it simple. To set yourself free. Just try OB and you'll see. Those little dang tampons with no applicators. Ain't nobody got time for that. No, thank you, ma'am. I'm gonna make a sausage and cheese sandwich. I'm just not feeling the eggs. You want to see the snow?
Sure.
Oh God! Steve just went live and said, "Bring it on, Mama Renda and Pup and Pickerick."
Oh, what's going on with that?
We were in Dog's channel this morning and we were timing him out. So he's gonna get us back.
Oh, really?
See the snow? It's not much, and I had Tom drive me to work and pick me up last night because they made it sound like we were getting a huge snowstorm. This is all we got, but it's supposed to snow like all day and into the night, so I guess down south got more than we did. Shut up! Look what I did, sweets.
Oh, pretty.
Look pretty.
It does.
Back and get another one to put up there. I thought I had enough to do the whole thing, but apparently not. Shut. Oh, hold on. You know what? You're pissing me off. You're going in the bedroom. I've had it with you. Keep it up and I'm going to feed you.
Morning, Star Trekker. How are you?
I'm going to set you free, one or the other. In the bedroom. Okay. Bye.
How's your Monday starting? Hopefully well. I woke up not feeling the greatest.
Yeah, you don't sound like your perky self. I'm not digging it. Come on, come on.
No, my throat is scratchy and a little bit sore, and my head hurts. And
you
my
caught my cold online. You got my virus. Look, I got my diamond knot's almost done. I just have to do the flower in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought I'd have it done last night at work, but it'll be done today, and then I'll have to go get another because it's just addicting.
I need to start a project.
Sweet, I'll make you some breakfast. That'll make you feel better.
Yeah, I probably ought to, but sort of waiting for my son to come home. He's not home from work yet. He's not answering his phone, so and the roads are a little bit wet and slippery here, so I just.
Oh, your son?
Yeah.
Yeah, my daughter actually, she had to work yesterday, and her friend picked her up, and because we were supposed to have a big snowstorm, she stayed at her friend's house because she had to work today, so he could drive her because it's closer. So she stayed over there for nothing.
Yes,
but it was nice to wake up and have the house to myself.
Oh, wow.
Tom's working. My grandkids went home. Tom's working. Emily's working. Michael's in New York. Just me and my animals. Hey, good morning, Susie. Hey, good morning, sweet.
Morning, Seamus. What's up, baby bud?
Oh my God, I came home from work yesterday and all he did was whine and yell at me. He gets so mad when I come home because I come home smelling like a dog. I've been cheating on him. Oh, he's pissed. He wouldn't stop yelling at me. He was trying to watch the football game and he's like, wow, wow, wow. The football game. Oh my God, we lost, sweets.
Yeah, I heard. I was looking at Facebook, and my friends are having a cow because Dallas lost too.
Well, the Texans won. that means anything to your friends.
I know the Bears won on Thanksgiving. That's all I care about.
But in their defense, a lot of our team members are sick. And I just don't like our kicker. We got a new kicker and he sucks. I'm sorry. I'm not a fan of that man. And he's kind of creepy looking. Let's check out the view off of the, what's the word? Veranda or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Deck. Oh, shoot. You can't walk out there without shoes on, Linda. It's snow.
That was funny yesterday. My best friend of like 23 years called me and she said, "Sweets," or she says, "Susie," she said, "I just got arrested for the first time in my life." I'm like, "Oh shit, what'd you do?" This chick pulled out in front of her and then slammed on her brakes, okay? Yeah. So Terry passes her eventually and gets away from her, and the lady goes and pulls out in front of her fucking again and slams on her brakes. Well, Terry pulls over because she sat there and got in front of her again. They're fucking doing this leapfrog thing. Well, Terry decides to slam on her brakes because the bitch is riding her ass. So she gets out, proceeds to stop and gets out and knocks the fuck out of her. And goes to
jail. Road rage.
Funny thing is that she knew the person, so we're wondering if the bitch was doing it on purpose.
Yeah, probably. It sounds like she was antagonizing her.
Yeah, it was her uncle's ex-girlfriend.
Yeah. So with the snow.
Huh?
Isn't it pretty?
It is pretty. We got snow similar to that, but just not quite as much. Still, it's scattered everywhere. Fishing spots.
Hey Santa, don't look at me like that. I didn't do it. The nice list is overrated. Oh no, my sausages are burning. Well, I guess I should go over and see Steve. You know, he called me out.
All right, girl. You guys have fun.
You feel better.
Thank you.
I was screwing through my notifications and I saw you alive. So I come up and say hello. So see you later, sweets.
Bye, Seamus.
Bye. Come on, give her a 5. Come on. All right. All right, bye, everybody. Booster, is he in there?
I don't know. I haven't seen him.
Oh, he fell asleep.
I don't know where he's at.
Okay, not trying to bring drama, but my Miranda Steve wants you on the panel to talk about what happened this morning. I'm afraid to go over there. Oh, I timed him out like 3 times. I'm in trouble. Hey, he begged for it.
Well, there you go.
Yep. I'm just granting his wishes.
You play with the bull, you get the horns sometimes.
All right, honey, have a good day. Feel better. Get some rest. You hear from your son soon. Bye.
Bye. Love you.
I'm ready, Tara. Love you too.
Well, and then there were 4. And just me. Yeah, I don't know if Rooster has this new channel or not. However, I did finally comb my hair. Hi. I ain't feeling it, y'all. Just not so sure that I don't really want to just lay back down. I don't have any plans today. I'm waiting to hear back from a couple of jobs and a lawyer. But other than that, it's cold out. It's nasty out. I can't go see Rooster because he's got to work tonight. So I'm home. I ain't going nowhere. Not unless my sons get home and make me go somewhere. And then I'm not really wanting to go nowhere. I don't have heat in my truck. I need a job. I'm gonna do some applications online today again. I do that every day though. So I put applications out every freaking day. If at least 2, if not more. I don't think I've went one day without putting an application out. I'm not feeling the greatest. My chest is really tight right now. I'm sort of wheezy. I haven't been sick all year, and this is the first time, so it's really making me feel pretty crappy right now. I didn't want to go live, but then again, too, I don't want my people to forget about me. So therefore, figure if I go live, then they can get used to this new channel. But I don't know. I don't know. I'll probably stay live till my boys get home. Thank you. Ron is sending me stuff on Messenger, and I'm not looking at it right now because it fucks with my shit. I can't find my lighter, y'all. Where'd you put it? Rooster, where'd you put my lighter? Are you in here? Rooster. Babe. Honey. Are you here? Or have you forgot about me? Usually I feel you when you're here. I don't feel you at the moment. Sarah. Pardon me, do you have a grandpa palm? I mean a lighter. Mm-hmm. Sounds like somebody's here. You have both? Damn, girl, you're prepared. I have got a bad headache. Oh, crap. Anyways. See, Rooster didn't even know I was on. I sent him a text. Do you know? Are you here? And he says, no, didn't even know he was on. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm getting ready to do. That's why I was looking for my lighter. I'll be right back, guys. I'm here still. Just not. I can't see chat. I gotta send my son a message. Yep, getting ready to do that myself. Red Seb left me a little bit before he went to his dad's. It was awful sweet of him. Now I just gotta find it. There it is. Man, I had some massive tangles in my hair. I left Roosters yesterday with sex hair and then just wadded it up in a ponytail and didn't do anything with it till this morning. You know, that whole night walk of shame thing. Yeah, I did that. I did that. Literally rolled out of bed, threw my clothes on, and left. I don't know what I'm sure the headache's from sinuses because I got drainage down my throat, which is what's making me cough and wheeze, I think. Because it's not a deep lung wheeze, it's like a bronchial wheeze. No shame in my game either, baby girl. I'm telling you what. One night with that man is better than no nights at all. I'm telling you. I'll take what I can get every freaking second, every freaking ounce. He's not here, so I can say this, and he won't get a big ass head. But I'll take whatever I can get. I don't care if he's drunk, sober. I don't care if he's about ready to pass the fuck out. I don't care if all he does is sleep. And I sit there and stare at him. I want to be with him. Yeah. Whatever I can get, I want it. I want to live with him. I want to be. I don't care if we're married. I'll live in sin. I mean, I do care if we're married. I want to marry him. I'd love to be his wife with his last name. But I would take just living together. I would settle. I would settle. I get a shower. A shower might make me feel better too. I live in sin too. Oh, I would live in as much sin as he would let me. Just saying. Just saying. What I hate though is whenever I leave and I don't hear from him much and he gets all quiet on me, I start getting insecure, feeling like he's like, rethinking things and not wanting to be with me, or I showed him a little bit of my freak side and maybe he didn't like it, kind of thing. You know what I mean? I get all I get all weird thinking and overthinking. So I have to just shut myself down because if not, I'd blow the fuck out of his phone. Nice. Congratulations. Happy anniversary. I can't be with one person, let alone, but both of my marriages only lasted 10 years. Most of my relationships maybe last 4, if I'm lucky. But yeah, the longest amount of time I've been married or been together with one man without being married to him was like 4 years. But I don't want to be just roommates. I want to be a couple. I want to do things together and love together and laugh together and fight together, and I want all of it together. I'm not a fucking roommate. I'm not a secret. I'm not, oh yeah, let's do this behind closed doors, but in public we're not together. Bullshit. I ain't all about it. Ain't all about it. See, that's how me and Rooster are. We're both bratty with each other, but he gets quiet on me and it makes me uncomfortable sometimes when I'm not there to know why he's quiet or know, feel he's quiet when I'm around him, fine. It's he's quiet when I'm not there. It's what makes me overthink. Exactly. I love it that my true followers know where I am and find me. But I don't care. I don't care who comes in and who don't. I like talking to Tara. Tara's crazy live. Looks I can handle if I'm in the room. It's the silence I can't handle when I'm not around. Is it crazy? Oh goodness. Oh crap. I feel crazy most days. I do my best to keep her in check though. Yeah. I don't care how you get here. Just get here. I'm back. I knocked myself out. I hit a button. I'm right here. Holy fuck, I gotta stop touching shit. I'm just saying, gotta stop touching it. Do not touch it, sweets. Don't touch it. I was trying to... There we go. Trying to blow up the chat and it wasn't working. Yeah, I feel you, girl. I don't either. I don't have money to buy any though, so I'm good. As wheezy as I am right now, if I smoked a cigarette, I'd be probably dying. Oh, goodness. I hate getting out and stuff. I would completely be happy to just be a housewife and never leave the house during the wintertime. I am actually, I'm at the mercy of somebody else to buy mine right now. So, and I don't like to ask too much. So I'm actually not smoking that much right now. I smoke more of the other stuff than I do cigarettes. But that too is at the mercy of somebody else. So, my friend and my son, and sometimes my other person when I'm with him, keep me in it. Helps keep me from going completely crazy. Yeah. Yeah, I like to. I'm looking. Actually, when I get off here, I'm gonna check out some sites my cousin gave me about working from home on the computer. She sent some of that this morning, so. Yeah. Really? I'll have to check that out because I would love to sell Amazon. I mean, that's what I've done for a living for most of my life, has been a telemarketer or a person who takes orders and shit. A Mach 1, the person who needs money is the one who definitely wants to work. I am completely dependent on somebody else, other people, and I hate it. Absolutely, positively, 100% hate it. I'm not one of those ones that easily ask for stuff. You know, I don't ask the person I'm with. I don't like asking other people. It actually kills me to even have to say, "Hey, I need this," or "Hey, can you help me out?" or "Hey." Yeah, it sucks balls. I'm used to being the one to give. I'm used to being the one that says, "Hey, I have this. You need this. I'll give it to you." You know, I hate being the person that is the one being given stuff to. I don't like it. Yeah, we all need money. It's a fucking vicious thing. Yeah, Christmas time sucks for me. I want to be able to buy my family stuff and the people I care about stuff, and I can't. And yeah, your insurance. I see. I hear that. If anybody wants to come up, you can. I'm sorry. Yeah. That's the great thing is I absolutely love Rooster's family. And of course, my family I think are amazing. So and they love him. And so yeah, it's nice to have, I mean, I'm sorry that you have people that you don't care for. Now, if we went outside of my immediate family, like to my aunts and uncles and stuff, you might get that different reaction, but because they're a bunch of dumb, judgmental pricks sometimes. I love them all. They just don't all like me. Exactly, girl. Yeah. That's why some of my dad's brothers and sisters are. They just oh goodness. So, do you have all your Christmas shopping done? You still gotta do it? Decorated already? Are you one of those people that decorates way before Christmas, or when I decorated, which I don't have a place to decorate, so but when I decorated like a week before Christmas and took it down like the day after. And I hated Christmas shopping. So it got done within the week before or sometimes the day before. I hated shopping, period. I hate shopping, period. I really don't even like going to the grocery store for groceries. I just don't. Especially by myself. Fuck that shit. That's lame. I get tired of being the one who makes all the decisions on what to eat and what not to eat. And what I'm buying, what I ain't buying. Or I used to be like that. I don't know. I haven't had to make those decisions or worry about none of that stuff for like 3 years now. So well, 2 years probably. It would actually be nice to have to live within a budget and to grocery shop and cook and stuff and take care of somebody. It would be nice to do that, but absolutely. Dollar Tree, dollar store, fuck right. I fucking hate Walmart. And I do everything I can to avoid that place like the plague. Hate it. Oh, thank God. Yeah, that was the worst years was Santa Claus years. Fuck Santa. I worked my ass off to put that shit in front of you. I love Santa though. But yeah, yeah. You know, I used to be I didn't spoil my kids when it came to Christmas. You know, they got a gift at their birthdays. They got a gift whenever like the Valentine's Day and shit like that rolled around. On their birthdays, you know, they got get just single gifts. Christmas, they maybe got like two or three a piece, and then like one monster one to share. I always believed in making them share. I also, you know, we would go out and buy gifts for other kids, not just ourselves, because I didn't want them to get greed. You know what I mean? It wasn't always about they got one major gift that they asked for, and the rest of it was just like little stuff. You know, I didn't or like pants or clothes or pajamas or some shit like that, socks. But they had, you know, they had more than just Christmas with me. They had Christmas with my parents and my brother and sister, and Christmas with their dad's side of the family and their father. You know what I mean? So they had plenty. They didn't never do without. But I miss being able to buy them stuff. I want to buy them something. I see little things that they need as adults, you know, that they don't have, that they don't think about or don't want to spend the money on, and I want to get it for them. I want to buy my granddaughter something. Girl, I feel you. Yeah, my boys got a new outfit every Christmas, whether they liked it or not. And my boys didn't have to have the name brand shit. They really didn't care. They were happy in a flannel shirt, t-shirt, and jeans. So I was thankful for that. I was actually thankful I didn't have a girl once the kids started growing up. I only had three boys and I never had a girl, and I always wanted a girl, but I'm so glad I didn't, because man, she would have acted just like me and that would have been bad. That's right. Girl, I'm telling you what. We could almost be twinsies. Only thing is I only got three boys. I I love my babies though. They're all grown now, but damn, I love them. And they're still my babies. Okay, sorry.
Well, good morning.
Sorry, I have to blow up the screen so I can see my chat, and so I don't always see who's over there.
Oh, I figured that you probably couldn't see me, so I figured I said, bring me up. I got home. I left work at 5 this morning. Got home early. Got the wife off to work, and then I went to bed. Now I got to wake up, and I got to go here pick up a truck here in a few minutes. So I figured I'd hop on and say hello.
Awesome. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I was starting to feel orphaned.
You'll never be orphaned, sweet.
I hate not being on my own channel. You know what I mean? I only made this one to fuck with Rooster one night.
Well, you know, Steve's on, but he don't like me, so I don't go to his. And
he don't like you?
No, he don't.
Why? I thought it was just a game. Is he serious?
Oh yeah, he's serious.
Wow.
No, yeah, he don't like. Cause I told him to go get a job.
Oh.
Yeah, he thinks I think that I'm better than him. And I don't think I'm better than anybody. I just work hard for what I got, and what I do. You know, like you were saying earlier, you don't want to live off anyone. You know what I mean?
No, exactly.
And
yeah, I don't like it. It makes me feel very uncomfortable, and I find myself doing without a lot just because I don't want to ask somebody for stuff.
Right. And, you know, my thing is that I worked hard before I got this job, and I'm going to work hard after I leave this job. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So yeah. I mean, without it, you don't have anything.
Right. And I'm blessed with a great wife, and she has a great job. So we're able to do a lot of things together, you know. And that's it. Well,
you know, it takes two people in this world anymore. It takes two to make it go.
Well, if you're going to do anything nowadays, excuse me, I just ate a piece of ham and cheese, but if you're going to do anything nowadays, you've got to have a dual income. You really do.
Yeah.
You know, and the one thing that helps me is that we had our kids young, so they're all grown and they're self-sufficient anymore. So we, you know, whatever we do it's us, you know.
Exactly. Yeah. See, that's the way it is right now with me. I'm by myself for the most part. I mean, I'd love it if Rooster would move in, but for the most part, it's just me. So it's trying to find a job and trying to stand on my own 2 feet and get a place. It's been very difficult, and I'm getting a little bit discouraged. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, Tara, why don't you come up on the panel? Shoot, man, we just have a 3-way conversation here. But, you know, I mean, the thing of it is that, you know, and right now you can get jobs, but they're not, what am I looking for? They're not, shit, I seen snow.
They're not sustainable. They don't, you know, you don't make enough to actually live off of.
Well, not only that, but I mean, you're not really getting, you don't have to show your face or anything, Tara. Just do a picture.
Well, I'm not. Yeah, see, it's exactly why I'm not showing my face. I was like, fuck this. I don't really feel like being on here, but I want to be on here, but I don't, but I do.
Right.
So.
But, you know, I mean, it's just, it's not a full-time position anymore. I want you to work part-time, you know.
Yeah.
And working part-time, you just can't make ends meet. So the thing of it is, if you could get a job, like she said, you know, on the phone, on the computer at home or whatever, then, you know, you can work your own hours and do what you need to do, you know.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm going to get when I get off here today. That's my goal for the rest of my day, is looking for an online job and see what I can get.
They're out there, you know, you just got to do it. I was a phone solicitor when I was in high school, and I made enough money to move out of my parents' house and still go to school. And I was only 17 years old, you know.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can do it. Just.
Yeah, I've worked for a couple of different companies, but they're not hiring at the moment. So I got to branch out. But the bad thing about that too is going and looking and not having it for sure, you know, for sure that you know they're a legit place, because a lot of those work from home places are not legit companies.
And they're not.
You know, and big scams in it.
And, you know, a lot of times, yeah, and right here, like Tara says, if you thought about going back to school, how old are you, sweets?
I'm 45. I actually have thought about going back to school. I've always wanted to be an RN, and I really thought to have considered it, but I have not made up my mind. I also wanted to go do the truck driving thing, and I thought about going to school for it since the other situation fell through. But I was sort of talked out of that by my family and by Rooster, and they all say no. So
truck driving is it's a dangerous job nowadays. You know, because you're on the road, and even the inner city truck driving jobs are probably the worst ones. You know.
Yeah.
And then if you go on the road, excuse me, if you go on the road, you're going on the road, you don't know what you're going to run into, weather, people, you know. There's some pretty bad places out there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what my mom said. She goes, sis, she goes, I'm not saying you can't do it. She says, I'm sure you could do it and do it very well. She said, but she says, for one, she says, you're a new grandma and your baby girl, your granddaughter's here. She said, not all companies let you come home every weekend. She said, the money's not always that great when you start out. And she's worried about me getting out there and getting in a wreck and getting hurt and all kinds of shit. You know?
Right. You know, I mean,
or going to a truck stop and having somebody kidnap me.
And, you know, the thing about it is that there's a lot of truck stop deaths that we don't hear about.
Yeah.
You know, so you know, I mean, unless you become a call girl, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, the thing of it is that, you should go back and you'd make a great RN. I agree with Terry. You would make a great RN. You got a great personality and you like being around people. So that's great, you know?
Yeah.
Just when they cough in your face all the time and they're pooping on you and stuff. It's
the lifting. If I have to lift on somebody, that's my only thing that takes me back. But I could be an RN and work in like a doctor's office or something.
Right.
Yeah, you know. So that's one thing I've thought about doing for sure.
Well,
I just can't lift on people because I get abdominal hernias really easy, and I don't like doing the surgeries.
Have you tried to apply for like a doctor's office? You know, they answer their phone to be like a clerk or whatever.
Yeah, actually, I have several applications out like that because that's what I used to do. I used to work at an ER.
Okay.
And I answered all the EMS calls and help train. Called out for helicopters, and registered people for the ER and helped in the ER if necessary, that kind of thing. So I mean, I did that for like 5 or 6 years. I think it was almost closer to 6 when I left.
Now, are you just filling out applications or are you giving resumes also?
Oh, I'm giving resumes as well as applications.
Okay.
And I have my resume on Indeed, and I've had a few people contact me, but they find out about my possible felony and they don't want to hire me. So I'm finding it difficult to find a job.
How old is the felony and who did you kill?
I didn't kill anybody. I was strung out on meth and stole from Walmart. It was under $300, but the county that I was in automatically puts any retail theft as a class 3 felony.
Really?
Yeah. And it's the only county in the state of Illinois that does that.
Wow.
And they get by with it.
Now, do you live like in a very populated area, or are you kind of like in the country? Because I know
when I did that, I was on 7 days of no sleep and was talked into it by somebody. But I did that, so that's not I've never been in trouble a day in my life. It's the only thing I've ever done, and so I didn't want people to think that that's who I am because that's not. But
I'm sorry, but
I live in a very populated area currently. I grew up in the country.
I'm sorry, but I can't be on here because you stole something. That's the case. I'd probably live under the jail as much as I steal some of these cars. But anyhow, you know, I mean, you can't, you know, worry about that. You just got to move forward with that felony. I was almost convicted. I had almost had to spend, you know, I was looking at 10 to 15 years. I got in trouble with the police, and it wasn't a good outcome. But I ended up beating it because one of the officers there had a lot of prior problems, and he put his hands on me, and the judge was kind of happy that the way it turned out.
Wow.
And that's pretty bad, right?
Yeah.
And you know, and when they arrested me that night, they you know told me that this officer deserved what he got. So that being said, I was scared to death at that time, and I was a young guy. I was only about 21 or 22 years old. But you can't look back. And I worked for my dad most of my life. And besides being at telemarketer at that place, and that's because I had a baby on the way. That's why I had to get a job and move out and be a man from what my dad, so, and that's what I did. Then my dad bought a junkyard, and I went to work at where I'm at now, and now I'm getting ready to go back to the junkyard in 8 years.
That's awesome. I love junkyards. I have some of the greatest memories with my dad at a junkyard. They're like, they have so much history.
And they do, and the cars you get and the stuff like that. It's kind of it's fun, but it's a lot of work at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if you do it right and you keep everything, where everything's at. And
right. And pretty soon, probably at the first of the year, I will probably begin in the spring. I'll probably need me a counter person, and I usually like having a lady because they're more easier to talk to.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you're not too far from Tara then, right?
No, no. I live south. I'm not quite sure where Tara's at, but I'm south central.
Okay. Well, my sister and my brother-in-law. Well, my sister, she's passed now, but my brother-in-law, which I still think of as my brother-in-law, of course, he lives in Valparaiso, Indiana.
Cool.
So
I live in Illinois, but that's not too far from us.
Right, and there's Terrace is about 2 hours south of me, so you're just a couple hours south of Tara.
Yeah.
But I think Matt has his own business, right? Tara's husband?
I have no idea.
Tara, your husband's name's Matt, right? And he's got his own business, if I ain't mistaken.
Yeah, she did say that they work for themselves. So
yes, okay. And that when you work for yourself, man, it's hard.
I'm sure, yeah.
You
gotta drum up your business and advertise and make sure everything goes the way it's supposed to go, and if anything doesn't work, it falls back on you. That sucks.
Well, and that's just the way it is, Well, I'll tell you, I ran that junkyard for probably. My dad bought it right after I graduated high school. And so I was working at the telemarketer place, which was a home improvement place. And I was making good money there, but I didn't want to do that. That wasn't me, And those people, when I left, they begged me to stay, told me to give me more money, more percentage on the thing. And I'm like, no, man, I'm going to work for my dad. So so I did that, and in 1990, we sold the place and got it back in 91. And that's when I took it over.
Wow.
And then in 98, my son got cat scratch fever.
Ooh.
I mean, people think it's just a song, but it's not.
Huh.
And that's the thing, Tara, and that's what I'm getting ready to talk about right now. The stress of the whole matter was it was affecting me and my whole family.
Yeah.
But when my son got sick, we had this little chintzy insurance, and I paid out like $2,500 out of my pocket and got like $700 back. And, and that hurt you, you know what I'm saying? And my wife always too, but at that time she didn't have the greatest job. So, all that stuff falls back on me. So I have to, do something. So my brother worked at the company I work at now, and I put a resume in, and I got lucky I got in there when I did. Now I can walk out of there in 30 years with a retirement and everything, and I got 8 years to go.
Yeah.
But the stress alone and being in business on your own, knowing you got to take care of your family, you got to take care of insurance, you got to take care of the government, you got to take care of your homestead, you got to take, all that stuff comes into play, and it can make a person very sick.
Yeah, it can.
Stress can kill you. Don't think it won't.
Can kill you. Believe me, I feel it. I feel it.
And, you know, like Tara says, it's more on Matt, but she still feels the stress.
Well, heck yeah, because if you're a good woman, then you actually, you know, you see when your husband's stressed or your partner is stressed, and you do your best to try to make that stress go away, which makes it stressful on you sometimes.
And you carry
or
it.
Sometimes you're the sounding block because it comes out at you, you know, rather than everybody else.
Well, yeah, because when he gets done buying materials and his employees and everything, he comes home and he says, look, I got enough money to buy a loaf of bread and a gallon of milk. What are we going to do?
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
and that happens. You know, that's the whole thing right there. I had 4 employees, you know, plus I had a counter girl. I had 4 guys out back taking cars apart. I had a counter girl and I had myself. And I couldn't go on vacation. I couldn't do anything. And so when my son got sick, that pretty much was it. And I did it. I worked my job, plus I ran the yard for 4 years, you know. So in 2003, I got sick myself. I was in the hospital and almost died, you know. So I had to cut back, you know, and that was the thing. So, and they gave me disability right there. They gave, the lady walked in there, she had my disability papers, everything filled. All I had to do was sign them, and I would have went on instant disability right then and there. And I looked, my dad was with me in my hospital bed, in my hospital room, and I said, do I got to do this? And he said, son, you do whatever you think's best. And I looked at that lady, I said, I'm going back to work. She goes, you can't go back to work with your condition. I says, I'm going back to work. And I've been back to work ever since.
Wow. And so you actually have a disability, but you work with it. My mom's like that too.
I got atrial fibrillation in my heart, and it's due to electrical.
Yeah.
And I got sciatica. I got bad hips, bad knees. Oh, I'm a mess. And here we go with Terry, you know, I mean, she's right here since it was hard when Matt got burnt. We were without for a few months. And that's the biggest problem with being, you know, self-employed.
Exactly, because you don't have that fallback on, or you don't have that to, you know, I mean, you don't have do you pay yourself workman's comp or any of that stuff?
Well, you can, you know what I'm saying? It depends on how you got things set up. You know, if you're working for yourself, that's what it is. But mostly you got it for your workers anyhow, you know. You got to have it because of experiences. And every state's different. Here's Nixon right there. Good morning, buddy. You know, so I mean, anytime that you're in any kind of a business and something happens to you and you get sick, everything falls back on everybody else.
Are you?
You know, so with me, if I wouldn't have had my job, I'd have been in trouble because they spent $1 million. I spent the whole month in February 2003 in the hospital.
Wow. And
if I wouldn't have had my job and my benefits and get paid to 65% of my pay, I would have filed. I'd have had to go on disability. I wouldn't have no other choice. You know, but with my job and everything, I was able to go back to work. So it was a blessing. My job's a blessing. That's why I'm going to work 30 years for them and get out of there. And that's another thing about being self-employed. You know, you do these people and help these people. Man, it's doing pretty good here. If you do these people and you're helping them out, then when it's time to get paid, you can't find them. You know, and apparently he's doing work for people and this and that. I had people coming to me, and then I would have to go find them, you know, from the yard and get paid or repossess cars or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Here's a guy. He's doing an honest job, a day's work, and these people say, "Well, I don't have the money," and he thinks he's helping them out, but then they don't ever want to pay him when they do get the money. You know, so yeah, it's tough.
I hear you, Nixon. But yeah, it is tough. I've not had the experience of owning a company. My brother runs his own, but yes, I've seen somewhat secondhand what it's like. But he's got three different businesses just to try to put food on the table, you know.
And that's the way it is. And that's what he says. So he can put a lien on things, just like I can put a mechanic lien on people's cars or whatever, you know. still, if they don't pay you, you know,
exactly.
And it makes you tough because you don't want to do anything for anybody anymore because you've been screwed so many times.
Mm-hmm. He's got like a backhoe service plus like a portable sawmill service. He cuts wood for, people that burn wood, and then he does odds and ends of other shit like shoes horses and stuff like that. So he's got his iron and fire almost every direction you look.
Well, and I mean, the backhoe thing, I don't know what it is today, but I used to use my loader to go to an auction and help them move cars and stuff like that. And they used to pay me $85 an hour way back. And that was just once in a while. It's not something I did every day.
Exactly, yeah.
So if he's got the back work, backhoe, he's making at least $65 an hour when he's working,
When he's working, exactly. It's the when he's working part. But he mainly right now he's cutting wood. He makes some killer money. He's actually got a calendar. His calendar has got somebody to deliver to every day of the week, at least 2, if not 3 people every day.
Okay. Hey, Ava. And still we try to help others. And that's the thing, these people get,
exactly.
And you know what it's like to be in rut and for people to help you. So then when it comes time for you to help others, you try to, like, let's say, pay it forward.
Yeah, exactly.
But you can't do that so much because I know people that's lost businesses and everything because of paying it forward and helping other people out. So you got to be careful, you got to be careful.
Yeah, you do. I would think that owning a business is actually having to find good employees. I think that would probably be the hardest thing out of all of it, is finding legit employees.
Well, and that's another thing. My uncle had a bump shop. God bless his soul. He paid. He passed away now, but he had a bump shop up in the Upper Peninsula, and he needed help. He'd get help, and he'd get these people come in, and they would tell him, say, well, for that kind of money, I can sit home. I get my insurance. I get paid more than that sitting at home. Why do I need to work? And it's like, well, I'm going to give you insurance. I'm going to pay you $15 an hour. And they're like, I make that at home.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just people nowadays really don't want to work. Let's see, I get a ton of work. I don't do any advertisement. Quit that about 12 years ago. It's all word of mouth now. Other than November and to February, I usually always book out a month out. Well, see, that's the thing, though. Now you got your slow months, so you gotta have money put away for the slow months.
Yeah.
And in any business, you have a slow month or months. So I mean, that's just the way it works. You got to put away. So you got to put enough money away to keep your employees up, unless you can get them, to the point where they can file unemployment off you or something like that. Now. But, that's a pretty big business to do that, because paying an unemployment like that could break a person too. So there's just a lot to it, man.
It's sort of like being a waitress and getting your partial pay on your check and the rest that's in your tips. You got good days, you got bad days. So you got to put those tips up. You can't just go out and blow them, because that's got to go to pay the bills.
Right.
Because your actual paycheck ain't paying shit hardly.
Right. There is a lot, and that's the whole thing right there. And then, and whatever, happens if Matt goes out and Matt gets sick, so he can't work, so he's out for a week or 2 weeks. Now you're automatically 2 weeks behind, unless you got some really good employees that's going to take care of you while they're gone. And sometimes you have that, sometimes you don't. But it's hard to depend on anybody when you're in your own business.
Yeah. And the sad thing is, you have to depend on some people, especially if you have employees. You got to depend upon them to do the job you ask them for.
Right. And he's got word of mouth, so he does good work, or he wouldn't have.
Exactly.
He would have to be out there, soliciting, trying to get work, So he's probably got some good enough employees that will take care of business for him, but not everybody has that.
No, it's very hard. I know when when I worked at that small diner, it was hard to find people to come in there and actually work and do stuff. They don't want to do that no more.
Well, here he goes. You know,
everything should be handed to him.
Right. Well, that's the way people think nowadays, though. But now, when I was burnt myself, employees had been working for me close to 10 years. They left them high and dry. They didn't care. They just went somewhere else. You know, Matt. I'm not quite sure what you do. What do? You do like home improvements, or are you like a call mail, or they call you to have sex, or I mean, just what do you do?
Yeah, I know it's hard. They don't want to finish the job.
Right.
They come in for a few days and then off they go.
Well, that's the thing. They go in there and they'll work for you for a few days and they get a better offer, they're gone. And then when that offer breaks up, they want to come back to you again. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So he was talking about Tara only wanting to work when she wants. Is that what I'm getting from this? Electrical, plumbing, and flooring. Damn. Now, see, from my own experiences, I never touch electric, and I hate plumbing. But I can lay tile. I can lay flooring, like the fake floaty floor thing. I can do all that stuff. I can paint. I can drywall. I can mud. I can do all of that, but I'm not really physically capable of doing it right now.
Yeah, I can't stand that dust from the mud. And after you start finishing that, oh my God, I can't stand it. But I mean, you got right here, Tara says friends. You can't have friends and family work for you because they expect everything.
Family may be one thing if you've got a decent relationship with them, but for the most part, no, you can't do it.
And see, this is the problem with family. All right. My dad used to talk to me like a dog. And I'd say, why do you talk to me like that? Why do you talk to me like that in front of everybody else? He said, first off, son, he goes, if I told you nicely, as soon as you walked out that door, you'd forget. I understand that now that I'm older, right?
Yes, exactly.
But when you're 17, 18, 19 years old, you don't understand that kind of stuff.
Nope.
And then one day I said, you jump on me about doing this stuff, and these guys out back are doing worse to me. He goes, you want these guys to think that you're worthless and a big spoiled brat? He said other words, but I'm not going to say it on your stream. And I said, well, no. And he goes, well, then there you go. And he just turned around and walked away from me.
Exactly.
In family,
I worked with my mom. My mom's a nurse, and she worked at a nursing home, and she was actually my nurse when I was a CNA. We worked the same shift, and when we got to work, there was no family about it. There was no sis. There was my name, and it was, you do this, and this is what I expect of you. If you don't do it, you get in trouble like everybody else. You know what I mean? Oh. There was no family involved when we got to work.
It's and that was the thing. See, and my brothers couldn't work for my dad, but they wanted to get involved, but they didn't want to work for my dad. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
2 rounds of Caterpillar. Yeah, Caterpillar. They do a lot of laying off. They hire a lot of people, and all of a sudden, and then just lay everybody off. It's just stupid.
And I had the same thing working for Detroit Diesel, but I've come to have enough seniority now where it don't affect me, like it used to. So I'm getting laid off so much. But hey, sometimes I like getting laid off because I get other things done elsewhere.
Yeah, I always liked it when I was with somebody that got laid off every so often. It was nice to have them laid off so you could have, they could spend some time with the kids. It was my boy's father, but I would make him spend time with the kids. That way I didn't have to take kids grocery shopping with me and that kind of thing. He didn't like that very well. Well, he thought when he was laid off, he didn't have to do anything. And I'm like, wrong. You're now a father. Hello, welcome to my world.
And like my sister, she works for Walmart. Everybody hates Walmart.
Mhm.
But they pay her good enough where she's got her own place. She's got pays her car payments. She takes care of her bills and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, and she's got work odd hours and stuff like that. But it's not as bad as some people say. You know what I mean?
No, I don't. I don't like Walmart just because of it being Walmart. But I've had family and friends that's worked for Walmart, and they're actually really good for their employees. I personally can't work for Walmart because of my stupidity, but
sometimes you gotta shop at Walmart because you can actually get it there a lot cheaper.
Exactly. Yeah. There are certain things that it's worth going in there for, but very few.
And he said the last round they wiped out the entire third shift, except for me, and I had a choice to be laid off or go to work building a cabin. I went to build a cabin and have it look back. And you know what? And that's great because that's what works for you, and you're doing well at it. So I mean, that's the thing. But like you said, when you got burnt, if you get sick or hurt or whatever, that's puts a big, ooh, that hurts. Trust me, I know. I've been there. But sweets, I'm gonna and Matt and Tara, I gotta go because I gotta go pick up my dad and we gotta go pick up a truck. And I got things to do. And I told the guy I'd contact him at 10 o'clock. It's 10 till.
All righty. Well, you have a good day. Thanks for coming up, talking.
All right. You guys have a great rest of your day. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Bye-bye. Oh, I actually have 7 people in here. Wow. So Tara, I didn't know that Nixon's nonsense was yours. So you and Matt are a thing. Husband or boyfriend and girlfriend? Or no, that's right. You said you guys have lived together for 14. Yeah, 19 years it was. Sorry, I just smoked, so I'm a little bit. I had to stop and think for a second. My brain still was foggy. Yeah, 9 months. I bet that was hard. I'm telling you, I bet that was very hard. 19 years. Wow. One day I hope me and Rooster can say we've been together for 19 years. I look forward to that. I really do. I want him to be the last person I kiss, the last person I ever love. Even on the days he makes me batshit crazy and doesn't talk to me. I hate it when he gets too quiet because then my mind goes overthinking. Yeah, that's the great. If you got somebody that's willing to put that work in with you, that's the thing. You know what I mean? It can't be a one-sided try because that boat just goes in circles and doesn't go nowhere. Sort of like being in a canoe with nobody there to help. Cannot win all the time. Yeah, exactly. And sometimes it's just not about winning if you just stop and think about it. It's about loving each other and making it work and being that person's sounding board, but also being their shoulder and that set of arms to hug you when the things go bad and when the things go good and when it just is what it is. I'm ready for that again. I want that. And I can't even say again, I've never really had that. But that's what I want. Somebody that's not going to give up and is going to keep trying right along with you. I'm pretty excited to see what the future holds. I think it's going to be great things. I get down about not having a job right now. I'm about depending on people, but I know it's coming. You know what I mean? I know there's a bright spot out there. It's gonna show up. That job's gonna show up exactly what I need it. I'm supposed to be learning from something from all this, I guess, and I haven't quite figured it out yet, but I'm trying. Everything happens for a reason, right? I mean, I'm a firm believer in it. Exactly. Oh, yours is up for the taking, huh? Yes, exactly, Tara. We are in charge of our own destiny. The choices we make. Good morning, sunshine.
Good morning. Hey, you
How
can
are
have
you
my
doing?
husband. He's up for sale.
Is he?
A penny.
What do you do now?
Oh, it's what he's been doing. He's just annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, 19 years. Yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah, I can know. It's like I told her earlier in our conversation, I've been married twice, both of them lasted 10 years and done. Most of my relationships since those two marriages, I have been maybe 4 years tops maximum. Usually not even that. And it all falls to hell,
I've been
I'd
with
like
this
to have
guy since
something. I would love to have something that will last a lifetime.
I met this guy when I was 12 years old, and I'm still with him. Oh my God. Feels like a lifetime. No, I love him. He's a good guy. But I have been with him for a very, 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 very long time. I know his moves before he even does it.
That's what I feel
Like,
with Rooster sometimes. I know what he's going to say before he even says it.
yeah, I look at him and I say, "Don't you do that." And he's like, "How do you know what I'm going to do?" I says, "I know you."
I want that lifetime feeling. I do. I want somebody I'm going to stand the test of times with. And, some days you don't like him as much as you did before, but, you just hang on and fight through it and love through it and never forget what makes you love him to begin with. You know what I mean?
Well, a good relationship is that you can't be jealous.
Yeah.
Until you actually find something out. Another good thing to a relationship is trust. You really, 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 really have to trust the person no matter what situation. Until they prove otherwise, you really have to trust. I mean, jealousy, trust, those are the two main important things. And then always keep your friendship.
Exactly.
Friendship
That's the one
is
thing
like,
I know me and Rooster have is we have a solid friendship. It's not just everything else. You know what I mean?
Right. If you could get rid of the everything else and learn how to trust each other, and just to always remember this too, you're never always going to be right. You have to take your hits sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Unfortunately, it is what it is.
I think that's the good thing with me and Rooster. We both do know how to apologize. We both know when we're wrong. We can pretty much admit it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you have to, because I mean, like the first, I'm gonna say 7 years of my marriage, I was right no matter what. He was wrong, just wrong. I mean, he could say hi to me and he was wrong. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
so, you know, we had to switch that up. But it helps when you got God behind you too, because you kind of understand that right and wrong in your position.
Yeah.
So that does help. But beyond that, I mean, yeah, it's just, you know, when things get bad, you have to stand behind each other. You can't just run away from each other.
Yep. And you know, I was when I worked at the restaurant, I had like 4 or 5, I had like, I'm sorry, there was like 7 couples that was at the liar's table, and there was like almost 400 years of marriage at that table. And the one thing that they said: never go to bed mad. Do not go to bed angry at each other. Even if you got to table it for the next day, you just forget about it and you tell each other you love each other and you kiss each other and you hold each other, because you don't know if you're going to wake up the next morning. You know what I mean?
Right.
And not to mention the fact that I know if I go to bed mad, I wake up even madder the next day.
I go to bed mad all the time, but the morning sex is great. Got to remember that one too.
It's true that.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, sometimes going to bed mad is like worth it.
Yeah. Tara, I try to, you know, if me and Rooster haven't argued, but with my past relationships, I did that. Try to run it through my head and see what the outcome might be before I open my mouth and say too much. Most of the time I end up just shutting up until it all exploded.
So, I mean, it's got its pros and its cons to a lot of things. Going to bed mad, yeah, you don't like going to bed mad, but waking up in the morning's good. You know, then you think about it and you roll over and you're like, hey, I'm sorry. And it's like, okay, I forgive you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's got its pros and its cons.
Oh, goodness gracious.
I'm reading Tara's comments.
I hope my son comes home soon. He's supposed to bring me something to drink. Not
Hopefully bring
feeling
you some
today.
breakfast.
I got some wheeziness in my chest going on. And
No, that's not good.
drainage going on in my head. And I woke up with it this morning.
Yeah, that's not good. Pound down.
If I get sick, I usually end up in the hospital.
Pound down the cinnamon and ginger tea.
Cinnamon and ginger. I'd have to go buy ginger.
It is the best bacterial fighter ever.
Really?
Yes. I have I get bad bronchitis, and I've always been on the inhaler since I've had this throat surgery. I learned how to take care of myself. And when I start feeling the bronchitis or that wheeziness coming in, I pound down the ginger and cinnamon tea, and it goes away within a day or two.
Nice. That's funny, Tara. I love it when I'm sleeping with Rooster. I'm a snuggler and he's a snuggler, so I miss it when I'm not there. I miss that man. I don't sleep worth shit when I'm not in bed with him. When I'm in bed with him, though, man, I'm sleeping sound. And I snore, poor guy.
That's all right. My husband's on a CPAP. I made him go do a sleep study. He snored so loud. Like, get out of my house. Go take a sleep study. Oh my God. Now he's on this machine. He's like, I hate you. He looks at me every night. I hate you. Because he's going to sleep with the machine on.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. I don't like shit in my face.
Well, I told him, I says, it's either that or you're going in the spare bedroom and that's where you're going to sleep. I mean, he was waking me up like every 15, 20 minutes. I felt like I had sleep apnea. I was like, God, do something, will you?
Yeah, Tara, I don't think I snore, but everybody that I've ever been with says I snore. I don't think I snore. I've never heard myself snore.
I definitely snore.
I do believe I snore some whenever I'm sound sleeping, and I don't sleep much. So whenever I'm with him, I usually sleep really, really, really sound and don't even hardly move.
Eric said that I was a moaner when I snore. He says it's not that you snore. He says you moan. I says maybe I'm dreaming of you and I just don't want to be around you. So he's like, great, thanks. That's another good thing too. When you're married for so long, you can have fun with people.
Yeah.
You don't take it so personally.
Yeah.
You know, in the beginning of the relationship, if I would have talked to him like that, he probably would have got ass bent, crying.
Yeah.
Thinking that I hated him. But you know, it's pretty funny.
Rooster just sent me a text. He says, "Don't snore, hell." So he is watching. He's getting in the shower. He's a lurker. When he gets home from work, he doesn't really talk much.
Poor muffin. Suck it up, Buttercup.
I set him out. I just set him out. He loves me.
It's freaking pouring here. We're supposed to get snow. We didn't get the snow part. We got like the rain part.
Yeah, it's raining here.
I think Melinda got hit with like 17 inches of snow.
Oh, gag.
Good luck to her burying herself out this morning.
Oh, fuck. That's no, thank you.
Yeah, the second part comes between tonight and tomorrow, which we're supposed to get between 24 and 28, which it looks like it's going to totally miss me again. Thank God.
Put your pink panties on, Rooster. You'll be okay.
Yeah, suck it up.
Terry said it. Love you too, babe. Sorry. I set you out. I did it. I know. I'm bad.
Comes in waving. Hey, Rooster.
In the shower.
Buttercup
I want to sing, but my voice is not singable today. I feel scratchy, icky.
Yeah, you should text your son and have him pick you up some fresh ginger while he's out. Then he can just sit there all day and sip cinnamon and ginger. I gotta go to Boston today. I don't even want to fight that snow.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
Not looking forward to it. I gotta go. I gotta pick my mother up from the hospital. She's coming home today.
Yeah, Rooster. Whatever. All right, now I can talk bad about him. No, there is nothing bad to say about him. Other than he's aggravating.
I'll tell you what, I'll talk about him behind his back. Then that way it's not you saying it, he can only get mad at me. But I love you, Rooster. Can't wait to meet you. He's probably like, what a bitch. I got 6 people in here. Woo-woo. Yeah, that would be nice when we all can meet.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Oh crap! I gotta get a job though. Oh, holy shit!
I'm starting to feel the same way. Getting sick
My
and tired and not
bones
working.
and joints are achy. I'm just a big wine bag today.
Yeah, I'm sick and tired of not working myself. But I'm glad I sold the restaurant, so I got to be happy about that.
Yeah.
The co-owner of that, oh my God, he was such a drug head. I needed to get out. He wasn't when we first started. Then he got into the drugs.
Yeah.
As soon as he started getting money, he was like, he was a freaking drug fiend. I was like, and when he brought up the idea of me selling out, I was like, yep. I 2 seconds it took me. Yep. I was trying to figure out a way to approach him on it and get rid of the restaurant.
Yeah, Tara, I hear that. I'm not really looking forward to going out and working in the public again. That's why I'm really hoping I find an online job, but I'll do what I gotta do. I'm a customer service person, so I've waiting to hear back from a couple people. They've sent emails, so.
So what do you do? Like, what do you do?
Telemarketing kind of stuff.
Now, do you do any reception work or?
Exactly, yeah. Set reception, like what you would go into and get your information to whenever you go in to do lab work and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I've done stuff like that, and I've actually been a call person for Sara Lee Coffee and Tea. I've also been the person that you would call and talk to whenever you would call into C&H Sugar. And I've worked for Lobstergram. I've worked for Palm Beach Jewelry taking calls. I've worked for Serta Mattresses. I've worked for Hickory Farms, the sausages and cheeses and shit.
Oh my God, I love Hickory Farms.
I was the one that she would call and make orders to.
Oh my God, I love that place. I love their Sweetheart mustard.
That's the kind of stuff I did.
That's like my favorite mustard in the world, Sweetheart.
Yeah, they got some good stuff. The great thing about working for them, it was seasonal, so we would start from like end of September to the end of January.
Yeah.
And we would work for them and take their calls, but we would actually get samples and stuff of everything. And commission when we sold shit. So that was nice.
That's even better.
I actually made good money working for Hickory Farms.
Yeah, too bad you didn't live in Mass. My husband's looking for a receptionist.
Yeah, I wish I did. I'd love it.
I'd hire in 2 seconds. You're like, let's go.
You know, I've got some people that's willing to write letters for me and stuff if I could just get somebody to give me a chance. But that's really putting a hindering on me to get a job. That's why I haven't got a couple of jobs when I lost the job I did have.
Yeah, that was dirty shit.
That was shady as fuck, yeah.
Yeah, that was like wicked dirty as shit. I didn't care for that one. I mean, that girl is shade. She should have been fired for that.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't do that. You can't hire someone and then fire them because, you know what I mean? They actually found out the information afterwards. You can't do that.
Exactly. They didn't ask. Not a single question did they ask. Well, she said, well, you should have volunteered that. I'm like, no, you don't volunteer shit like that.
No, I volunteer.
You don't ask, I don't tell. That's my policy.
Right. I don't volunteer information unless it's asked of me. You know what I mean? So it's not a voluntary thing.
If you don't ask, I ain't telling you.
Right. And
when it comes to a job, I'm not talking about relationships or nothing. I'm talking when it comes to a job and shit, fuck that.
Well, you
No,
don't have to. I mean, if they don't ask you the question, you don't have to reveal it. That's their job to ask that stuff when you're in the interview.
Yep, exactly.
I mean, so, you know, that's being pretty fucking shady. Hey, I'm going to hire you and then fire you a week later because I found out shit. You know,
and it wasn't even
it's
the correct shit. She
and
didn't
it's
even have
not
my full name to find out the right stuff.
right. And it's not even you lying on an application. If they didn't ask the questions,
Yeah, there was no application even to fill out.
so
I
that's
mean, they
their
barely had my
responsibility.
first and last name and my birth date and social security number. That was it. They didn't
Yeah,
have my
see,
full name, full 3 names and last name, which is what my trouble was in and underneath that name. And I've looked it up. You can't find it underneath just my, first and last name.
Yeah, see, that's just shady shit. That would be like me hiring someone for the restaurant saying, yeah, okay, you can work here. And then 2 weeks later, I decide to go look them up,
Exactly.
see what they're about. And then I find out I'd have to sit down and talk to them. I couldn't legally by law fire them unless they're screwing up at the job. But I would sit down and talk to them and say, listen, I ran this and blah, blah, blah. Can you explain it to me?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You know, do I have a problem? Do I have a worry here?
Yeah.
You know, and if the person wanted a second chance, I'd be like, hey, more power to you. Do your job good. That's it. You know, I mean, you don't do that kind of stuff. As an owner of a, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I would never do that to an employee. Never. That would be my fault. I'd have to say, "Oh shit! How come I didn't look this stuff up?"
I told him how thankful I was for that job, and I was so excited and stuff, and they, she knew that I was down and out and needed, a job so I could get a place to live and stuff, and
right.
then to make, to do that was just me.
I'd always ask my employees before I hired them, do you use drugs? Do you use recreational drugs?
Mm-hmm.
Are you recovering? That would be a big question of
they
mine.
never even asked that. They never even asked if I use drugs or anything.
Well, Boston's like a really bad place, so I'd always ask those questions. And if they were recovering, I'd have a chat with them and say, you know, you got God in your life, you know, all this other stuff. But I know that I shouldn't be asking that, as a potential boss, but I do because I care about people. And as soon as they said yes, I hired them immediately. There you go. You know what I mean?
Well, it's the people who are actually trying to better their lives, who actually want to make something different, who need that step up. It's, in my opinion, if I was a business owner, those are the people that I would try to help the most, because those are going to be the ones that's going to show up to work. Those are going to be the ones that's going to do the job that you expect of them.
Right, because you know what? They're going to respect you.
Exactly.
So when I always
that you had to, yeah, exactly.
I always ask that, are you recovering? If they said yes, I asked them if they had God, or a higher power that they turn to during that. And as soon as they say yeah on any of that, I'd hire them, because people that are recovering that turn to God or to a higher power usually have a lot of success. So I always try, you know what I mean? I tried to help. If I noticed that they were having a bad day, I'd tell them to go home, or I'd tell them, just relax in the back. I mean, I would try to be accommodating.
Yeah.
And that's just because I have so much.
We need more business owners like that, because if people had compassion and had tried to have understanding and tried to, to think of the good side and not dwell on the bad, this world would be a whole lot better.
Well, I think it just came from me, because I have so many drug heads in my family that they just, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, you want to straighten them out and you can't, so you want to help the next person.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's kind of like the way that it lied with me. You know, I'd give anybody a chance. I'd even give like a murderer a chance that came out of the freaking jail systems. Hey, that's between you and God. And if you're trying to straighten out your life, who am I to judge you?
Exactly.
You did your time, so let's like make you a better person for society. Let's do it.
Exactly.
I don't have a problem with that kind of stuff at all. And you're right. We do need more owners of facilities that have empathy towards people.
Yeah.
And willing to give people a second chance when they want a second chance.
Exactly.
But you know the bullshit is too.
Oh, like yes, I do.
You know, you could go in and I could have a conversation and an interview with someone, and you know when someone's bullshit right through there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But you can tell a sincere person for sure. So that's what I would look for, sincerity.
Yep.
But I mean, it's a restaurant. It's not like, you know, I'm working with like sharp scissors or something like that, you know, it's a restaurant. These are wait staff. It's not like, you know, they're going to be hurting people. They'll probably hurt themselves more, but I'd always give them a position to start with that would not be around that kind of stuff to see how they were, and then I'd give them a promotion.
Nice.
See, I was smart.
Well, you know, it sounded like you treated your employees like they were humans and not just there to take care of what you needed them to take care of. You actually cared about what, you know, who they were.
Well, listen to this one. Okay, so this kid that I knew, he was at Dunkin' Donuts. I go there all the time. He had a college degree, but he just got out of jail. He was into drugs and everything else. And he was in the line of work that my husband was in, and that's what he graduated from college for. And I said, well, listen. I says, you working tomorrow? And he's like, yeah. I says, okay. He says, I'll come back in tomorrow and talk to you. I talked to my husband, and I asked him to hire him. I says, can you hire this kid for me? I says, he's in the same line of work. He just got out of jail. He's all straightened up. I says, he's trying to get a second chance, and no one will give him a second chance. So my husband hired him. He's been with us for like, 8 years now? He's our best employee.
That's awesome.
Yeah, pretty good, right?
Yeah.
So he even goes to my husband's church.
That's cool.
Yeah. I mean, you can't get any better than that. He loves us to death. He's like, oh my God. He's like, you know, you guys are like the best people ever.
Yeah, Tara, they definitely have to be willing to help themselves. And that's the key is, you know, finding somebody who's sincere about changing.
Exactly, Tara. That's what I'm saying. But you can tell, Tara, you can tell those bullshitters when they come in. You can. Like this kid that worked at Dunkin' Donuts, he worked there for like 1.5 years. And then I said to him, I says, you know, you're a really good kid. You ought to go to school. And he said, I already did. He says, I graduated. He says, I got a bachelor's degree. And then I was like, really? And he said, but I just got out of jail like 18 months ago. And no one will give me a second chance on that. Well, my husband did. Good for him.
That's awesome. You know,
yeah, he's been with us for 8 years now. What a really nice kid. I mean, he just got married. They're thinking about starting a little family. You know what I mean? Really, the life change in this kid was just amazing. And I'm not saying we did it. He did it himself. And wow, he did a beautiful job at it.
That's awesome.
So I was happy, you know, that worked out. I like seeing stuff like that.
Exactly.
He's like a let's put it this way, I'm too young to be his mother. So he's like a little brother.
I tend to misread people, Tara. I tend to see the good in people. Even when the bad is like right there in your face, I tend to always see the good in them. And sometimes it comes back to bite me in the ass a lot.
Oh, I can look at people and know right off the bat, bad, good, indifferent. It's hard out here when you're just talking to people on the line. You don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I get a good discernment in people. Thank God for that.
I'm
'Cause
always
I'd
a
be
benefit of the
woeful.
doubter kind of person. I always give the people the benefit of the doubt, and that usually bites me in the ass. And I'll
Well, you
still
know
turn
why?
around and do it again.
But you know why you do that? Because you've been in the position where you need the benefit of the doubt. So you like giving people the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's what you're looking for. So you give it to other people, and I bet you get shit on all the time too.
I've been, quite a few times.
Yeah, I bet.
Mainly by
See,
men.
I used to do that with my family. I used to give them the benefit of the doubt all the time. Just because I'm Christian, and I'm like, yeah, okay. And it's like, now it's like, yeah, sure. I don't give anybody the benefit of the doubt. I mean, it's not like they're a you and you know exactly where you want to be and where you want to go.
Exactly.
So that's different. You know what I mean? You can tell your sincerity even by just your voice. You know, so you can tell people.
Yeah, I've learned to read people's tones of voices and their behaviors and their my mom says I'm an empath. She says I can feel stuff even when somebody's not saying it.
Well, that is what an empath is.
Yeah.
I've been told I'm a soothsayer. So, you know, I kind of looked it up and I you know, maybe not, but whatever it is, I think I have more discernment on people than being more like the empath.
Yeah.
I don't know about a soothsayer. If you look it up, it's just kind of like twisted.
The people that I'm close to, like with Rooster, I find it hard to read him sometimes or to, you know, my own feelings get involved with it. So it's hard to.
Well, because you can't open up fully to it. That's why.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because you're involved in it.
Yeah.
See, I can't read my husband either. I can read my daughter like no tomorrow, though.
With my kids too, I can do that.
Yeah, that's because they were in you. So you have partial rights to them.
Yeah.
So you're able to read them, but I cannot read my husband for the life of me. But my children, absolutely. And you know, even the ones that I adopted that wasn't even part of me. I know what they're doing. But I think that's more of a maternal instinct, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I think every mother knows that one. Yeah, Tara, I bet you can, because I think every woman can. And I just think some women just don't care. Well, I mean, I can read my husband, but I'm just saying I can't read him. Like we're talking like, you know, discernment
like
or
feelings, discerning feelings and stuff like that, emotions and
right. And knowing what if
they're
most
part of Rooster, but when it comes to the deep stuff, I can't. Like the love stuff. I get.
And I think that's created there, like, you know, because if it is a God thing, like they say empaths and soothsayers and all this other stuff are, I think God intentionally puts it there for a purpose so that you can't get hurt all the time.
Yeah.
Put the blocker up. Because who really wants to feel their husband hate them? You know what I mean? At that point in time where, you know, they can't stand you. Who wants to feel that? No one. So I think he allows like certain designs into that.
There's still a lot of things, you know, because even though me and Rooster have been friends and known each other all of our lives, we really don't know. We know a lot of things about each other, but we don't know a lot of things about each other too. You know what I mean? There's
Well, listen to this.
outs because as adults we've not been together as a couple until now, you know.
Right.
So there was no conversation of, you know, this is my likes and this is my dislikes, and there was none of that initial information given like you do when you first start dating somebody you don't know, you know.
Yeah, that's a tough one too. When you know,
but he
first
knows
start
my
dating.
favorite color, he knows my full name, he knows my birthday, he knows, you know what I mean? He knows all the
Right.
important stuff. He just doesn't know the somewhat below the surface deeper stuff.
Yeah, but that will come in time.
That all comes with time of learning too, I know. So
right, but that will also like come with time when you're willing to open up and share everything, and you know what I mean. But you don't want to throw it all on them at once. You just bits and pieces throughout the years. I mean, oh, listen to this one. This one's funny.
We don't know all of it, you know.
I was telling my pastor's wife how haunted my house is, right?
Yeah.
And I've been telling her this for a while. So the person that's adding the 2 additions to my house is my pastor. He's in construction. So I go out there the other day and I'm talking to him before I'm going up to grab my father and go up to see my mother. So we're sitting outside, we're having a conversation. He's like, hey, he says, can I ask you a question? I'm like, what? And he says, is this place haunted? And I'm like, why are you saying that? And he says, because I could have swore I seen a little girl standing up on the hill over there. And I'm like, oh, yeah. I says, yep, absolutely. He's like, yeah. He says, I'm about ready to take some holy water and sprinkle this place down. I says, do it. He says, let's go. I says, good. At least you seen it. I says, because, you know, I didn't want to say anything to you because of the fact, you know what I mean? I wanted to see if you'd notice something.
Yeah.
And what's really weird is this thing likes that porch that's being torn down. And evidently it's been watching him ever since he tore it down.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So he's like, well, he says, maybe I'll do something with that. And I says, yeah, maybe you ought to. I'm like, that's hilarious that he's seen that. I was like, wow.
Didn't make you quite feel so crazy, huh?
Well, not only that, I mean, it's just like, I'm glad that a pastor's seen it because now he understands, you know what I mean? Or he'll go back and tell his wife, because I've been telling his wife for a while now. And I guarantee you, she said to him, well, she's been telling me that for a while. You know what I mean? She don't tell him shit what people talk about, but which is good. But that was pretty funny. Yeah. I think I'm being haunted by my niece.
Oh.
Yeah. Ever since she died, I've been having a ton of stuff happen around here. Ton.
You need to have a good old Holy Ghost shout in that house and anoint every window and wall.
Yeah. Well, we tried doing that. It's mainly in one room upstairs, the basement, and the porch. Which is really weird. Because the basement she used to love hanging out in. It's a finished basement, and she used to love going down there and playing. The room upstairs, that's the room that she used to sleep in every time when she was over here.
Oh.
And that corner of the porch, that's where I had her little kitchen set up so that she could go out there and play and make mud pies and all this other kind of stuff. And those are the 3 areas she hangs out in.
Oh.
Yeah. So, which is really kind of weird. That's why I'm saying it's my niece.
Yeah.
And, yeah. So, like, we moved everybody out of that one particular room and we made that into the guest room.
Nice. That way the guests can be haunted by her whenever they come visit. And they don't guarantee that they're not going to stay that long.
Well, it's funny because this one particular room's right above my living room. And when we're in here watching TV, we can hear furniture moving up there.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Yeah,
No, that would
and
freak me out just a tad. I'd have to say yes. Yeah, I'd be having an exorcism come through.
it's
Have
really,
somebody come and pray over the house. My mom would be the one.
yeah, but you know what? I mean, even if it is my niece, she don't bother us.
Yeah.
It's kind of like almost like a residual thing. It's like same thing day after day after day after day, except for one day. My husband was here alone. I was at work, and I guess he thought that I came in the house and went down into the basement. And he says, and then I hear the basement door opening again, like you came out, because that's where my laundry room is. He says, so I didn't know if you were grabbing your laundry or not. He says, after a few minutes, he says, I didn't hear you. He says, so I came downstairs, and he says, I'm looking, and he says, I opened up the basement door, I yelled down. He says, nothing. He says, all right. He goes back upstairs, and he's sitting there, and all of a sudden he hears the door open again and shut. He's like, he left the house. That scared him.
Hell yeah.
He was like, he says, I left the house. He says, he calls me at work, and he's like, he says, he's telling me the story, and he says, I left the house. He says, that scared the crap out of me. He's like, the freaking door's opening and shutting, like someone's walking in and out, in and out, in and out. Mm-hmm. He says the actual side door to the house opened and shut because we got these little bells on them because we have like security systems everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So when you open the door, you can hear the chime. So this is what he's listening to upstairs, the chime from the door opening. Mm-hmm. He's like, yeah. He says, I left. He says, when are you coming home?
I don't want to go by myself.
Yeah, exactly. He says, well, Amanda should be home in like an hour. I says, so you can go home, you big baby. He says, put on your big boy panties, will you? It's like,
yeah,
what the hell?
That too.
It's like, it's a ghost. What is it going to do?
Yeah. Yeah, Muggsy's has got his stuff hounded. He has actually videotapes his. You should do that. You should. Rooster says you should put cameras out everywhere.
I have put cameras out. I've never gotten an image, but I do have like 38 voice recordings. Yeah, I've been taping it since she first started. So I do have 38 voice recordings from a little girl, and they're very creepy. One asked if Amanda could come and play with her.
Oh.
And I refuse to let my daughter listen to that because she will run from this house.
Hell yeah. I'd probably be right beside her. Yeah.
But I don't know. Sarah was like my niece was a very loving little girl. And that's she loved. Amanda and her were the same age. And she every time when she'd see Amanda, she'd grab her by the neck and hug her. I love you, Amanda, and kiss her on the head because she was so tall compared to Amanda.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really think that Sarah would do any harm. She's not harmful. So whatever it is that's haunting this, whether it's Sarah or not, it's not harmful. I have never once been pushed, scraped, nothing. Get a little scared at points because you feel like someone's watching you, but beyond that point, I mean, nothing hurtful at all. So, I mean, if she wants to stay and play, let her stay and play.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it. I mean, she had a bad enough life out here as it is. Yeah, and Muggsy's house is haunted. We were, when that first started happening, he was over at Entity Paranormal, and I was sub to her for a long time, and he came over there and asked her for help, and we went all over to his live stream, and his cabinet doors were opening and shutting.
Yeah, we saw that one.
That was creepy. Or like, the stuff in the basement really didn't kind of affect me too much. But the stuff that affected me was like the kitchen stuff, because it was really weird. He was like right there. He's on camera, and then he turns the camera and shows the cabinets opening. Creepy, creepy, creepy. See, if I had stuff like that going on, I would definitely have an exorcism going on in this house, or I'd move. I'd be like, hey, you can have the house because I'm not staying.
Rooster, that house we had there on Harrison Street, you remember that green one just down the street from you guys? That house there was fucking haunted. My sister sat up in bed wide awake and could describe to you a demon with like the flames coming out of the bottom of the basement, and there was a demon standing right there. She could describe it to you very vividly, and still did the same thing today. It was creepy as hell. Freaked me out big time.
See, I'm gonna say mine's more residual, but I don't know, because if he heard the door opening and shutting and opening and shutting, and you know, I did go back and I did look at my security cameras, because when a door opens, it logs it.
Yeah.
And he's right, the door did open 3 times. So it did open. So he was not hearing things, you know what I mean, or conjuring things up. It did open 3 times.
Wow.
So, you know, I have to say, but that's the only time it's ever done that. I haven't heard anything like that especially since I have not been working. I have not heard anything like that.
Wow.
So evidently, whatever it was wanted him. I was like, move, Eric, run. Because I don't hear any of that stuff. But the only thing I do hear is like furniture moving around. We hear footsteps coming up and down the stairs.
Yeah.
The furniture upstairs. I seen a little girl on the porch in the corner. Probably like maybe several times. But it didn't look like my niece. So I have no clue what that is. But It didn't look like my niece. But it did look like her age when she passed away.
Yeah.
But it wasn't my niece that was standing out there. And then sometimes I hear knocking on my window. Which is really weird. And the window is, you know, an 8-foot man couldn't even hit it. Because we're on a hill and the way the house is. It's like a 9, you have to actually go on a step ladder to clean the outside of the window, because it's like 9 feet tall off the ground.
Wow.
There's no way no one can hit that, knock at it. No. So that's really weird. But I'm glad the pastor's seen that. Now maybe he could think about what to do.
Yeah. Oh, goodness gracious.
I wish my house was haunted. No, you don't wish it was haunted, Tara. No. It's not fun waking up seeing things and all this other. It's not. It's really not. Especially when you had a quiet, peaceful house to begin with, and then all of a sudden that stuff starts happening. Kind of creepy.
Yeah, I might freak out a little bit, I think.
Yeah. I mean, you get used to it over the years after it starts happening, but when it first starts happening, that's creepy.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't want to deal with it. Because my house was peaceful. All of a sudden she passes away and it's like, whoa, where are y'all coming from? Go to a cemetery at night, Tara.
Eek.
Do an EVP session and you'll experience stuff for sure. I love going to cemeteries and doing that.
I'm not all about it. I don't like being scared. I get scared in everyday life. I don't need to be scared otherwise.
Oh, come on. If you're an empath, man, you could pick up a lot of things.
I know. I don't like feeling that shit, though. I just, yeah, no. It creeps me out, man.
I don't know. I love it. I think it's great. And then you got to remember,
I don't mind it with normal people, but I don't want no dead people. Nope, I'm good. I got bad enough shit in my own head. I don't need to put no more in there. Nobody else's.
Tara, go to it. You may not get anything the first night or the second night until you get used to doing it and asking the right questions. But I'm going to tell you, you will. You will. Once they get you, the spirits get used to you being there, they seem to come out more and more and more. Because then they're trusting you. See, that's the thing about, like, you know, the ghost adventurers and all that other stuff. When they do these things, they go in there for like 5 or 6 hours. They should stay there for a few days and let those spirits get used to them.
Yeah, Tara, I've done that before. I just didn't want to. I don't like doing that. I don't like putting myself in that position to pick up somebody else's stuff that ain't there no more. I try to keep myself closed off to that because, like I said, I'm batshit crazy as it is. I don't need that extra help.
Yeah, they go in there for
I'm afraid that would make me crazy. Because I've been in some bad places.
Yeah, there are lurker spirits and they don't trust people. So if you go like 2, 3, 4, 5 times, they get to know who you are and they trust you and they'll talk to you. It's crazy.
I'm the same way, Tara. I can watch. That's why I try not to watch. I hate like sappy Christmas movies and shit because I get all weepy and shit, or the stuff that makes you, that just tears at your heartstrings and kills you. I try to stay away from that shit. I do mainly comedies whenever I watch movies because I just can't handle the roller coaster, the emotional roller coaster.
I like dramas.
I watch cop stuff.
I love dramas, like
cop stuff, medical stuff, and comedies.
I like dramas and mental twisters.
Not me. Fuck that shit.
Like, you know, that the movies with like Guess Who, and you think it's one person and it's a totally different person and a totally different story. Those are the ones I like. Those are pretty cool. Like that movie, the Girl on the Train. I think that's what it was called, The Girl on the Train. That was a twisted movie.
I also like to watch like Swamp People and all the fix 'em up house shows and.
Oh, I love those things.
The cooking shows. My favorite one is Iron Chef or Chopped. Yeah, my goodness. I love watching those.
Oh, you like watching them? I'll have to send you over a video clip of Beat Bobby Flay.
Sweet.
I will have to send you over a show of that.
Yes, Tara, I think you probably could be twins. Rooster, what are you doing?
Have you seen the Chops Junior show?
Yes, I have seen that, and it's the cutest thing ever.
I like the Junior Bake Off Championships.
Yeah.
But it's sad when the little kids get kicked off. It's like, oh, okay, you just broke my heart.
Yeah, I love all the food competition shows. I really get into that, the one where they bake the cakes and make the outrageous cakes and stuff, you know?
Yeah, those are cool.
I like those too. All stuff that, you know, I would like to do. I love cooking.
But see, I hate watching those kind of cooking shows because I'm so nitpicky.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I look at them and I'm like, how kind of professionals are you people? You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, I'm a chef, so sometimes I have to stay away from things and not watch them. Because then I get upset with what they're doing, and it's like, you're doing it wrong. That's the problem. But I like Bobby Flay.
Yeah.
Bobby Flay's cool. I met him like 5 times.
I like watching Rachel Ray too.
You know, I can't really even stand that girl, to be honest with you. I don't like her. I have no respect for her. None at all.
Yeah, Alton Brown's good too.
Oh, I love Alton. But that guy's more about the sciences of cooking.
Exactly.
Which, you know, is really hard to, you know, put into composition when he does his shows. And, you know, I have to respect that guy.
I like my most favorite one. I think it has to be Iron Chef, because I love the way they have to, you know, do things with certain foods, specific foods, and make a complete meal out of all of it, and everything tastes different. And then
yeah, but you know
the top with all the mystery baskets and the shit that they have coming out there. I'm thinking, man, that is just like that's just brilliant. That's the brilliant thing to be able to do that on a spur of the moment thing, throw something that tastes good together with that shit.
Okay, so like on the Iron Chef, just to let you know, these people know 2 weeks in advance what they're cooking.
Really?
Yes. So just to let you know that, yeah,
really?
Their shows, they're made up. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like, hey, here you go, you got lobster, figure out what to do with it. No.
Yeah.
They know a couple weeks in advance, and then that's how they cook so quick. And it's funny because they have like 4 people working in the kitchen with them. How do they know what to do?
Exactly.
How do they know what position that they're
I've
leading
always
in?
wondered that too.
Yeah, of course, because they all work together for 2 weeks before to make the show pull off.
Yeah, I remember
Just
Cook's
like
Country.
Just like there's Cook's Countries on YouTube now. You can pull up their app and watch them all the time. I love Cook's Country.
Yeah.
I like how they do the product reviews. That's pretty cool. You know, I got new glasses yesterday and I can't even read with them. I gotta take them off.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, I know. Are you over Roosters? No, you're over your house, right?
No, I'm at my house.
There's another one, CC Bonatelli. Oh my God, she's awesome. She was on PBS too. You know that woman never went to school a day in her life for cooking? And she
really?
Oh yeah, she's better than half of the chefs out here.
That's cool.
She is good. Well, just like, anybody remember Sandra Lee on the cooking shows?
Yes.
I think it was called Half Homemade with Sandra or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that girl never went to school. Her aunt is Dolly Parton. That's the only reason why she got on that show.
Really?
Yeah, she's freaking terrible. I was like, why are you going to put a woman up there that's making half-baked products? Why? That's crazy. It's like you want to take a cake mix and then you add 15 million different things. Well, why don't you just make a homemade one and add 15 million different things?
I gotta fix me something to eat. I'm hungry.
Oh my God, I cheated on keto for the first time.
Yeah.
Oh, that was stupid. Stupid.
What do you eat?
I had a piece of pie.
Well, at least it was worth it.
No, it wasn't. My head was in a bowl for 3 hours. I got so sick from it. Oh my God, I was throwing up. That just did not set good with me. So evidently, come back slow from keto.
Yeah, I ate a whole pie. Ain't no shame in what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I mean, normally I could eat like 3 or 4 pieces of pie.
But I did.
I mean, I haven't touched sugar in 6 years, so that just went right through me. That was cool. I got such a rush from the sugar that it just made me throw up. That was disgusting.
Wow. Make me a couple of hamburgers with some eggs.
Well, that sounds good. That's a good keto meal.
Eat keto till I get those moments of sugar craving. And then but I do my best not to eat much bread, and I don't eat very many potatoes. Don't hardly ever eat pasta. But I did go crazy at Thanksgiving on the pie. Holy hell.
I had one freaking small piece of the pie and I was throwing up. Ugh. See, I'm so used to cooking with the monk fruit and everything else now. That's sugar.
Yeah.
That damn near killed me.
That's what I'm going back on after the first of the year. I didn't want to set myself up for failure around the holiday.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I'm going to send you out a box to help you get started with that too.
You have money in your food card?
No, not till the 9th.
Okay.
Thank you, David. Are you hungry? Huh? Okay. Well, I'm making
my
a couple
God,
hamburgers.
that was the pie that I got sick on, was cherry pie.
Yeah, I ate a whole cherry pie.
That's the pie I got sick on. It's cherry pie. That's my favorite pie. Well, one of them. Between that and pumpkin. Yeah, I'm gonna send you out a box.
No, I told you, Rooster. I told you that fucking pie was not for you. I brought that, I made it and I brought it for myself. You got pumpkin. I'm not touched your chair. No, I'm not been there to go pee. Yeah, I don't know about the whole 30, but I know keto. I do know for a fact keto works for me, so that's where I'm going to start. That's after the first year. But
Yeah,
whenever I do keto, I have the fat balance for when I need it. But I eat bacon and eggs for the breakfast. I eat a salad for lunch, and then I usually eat a salad and a big piece of meat for supper, and that's all I eat.
yeah, I'm gonna
I
send
don't
you a
get too
box.
creative. I don't go stupid with it. I do like
I'm gonna
spaghetti squash, so I will have some of that. But I
I'm
just
gonna
pretty
send
much
you
eat the same things.
I'm gonna send you fat bombs. I'm gonna send you keto bread. I'm gonna send you a bunch of stuff
Cool.
to help you get started. So I'll send you monk fruit. I'll send you matcha, all that good stuff, virgin coconut oil. I'll just send you out a big box like I did with Steve. And that will help get you started, especially where you don't have a job, hon.
Yeah.
It'll help your success rate a little bit. So I'm gonna send you out a huge box. I make my own keto bread, and
Nice.
each slice of bread has 2 carbs in it.
That's cool.
So, yeah, and it's only 60 calories per slice. So at least you can have bread if you want toast. You know, it doesn't really kill you too much. What do you start off with on your keto diet for carbs per day?
The last time I did this, when I started off, I was allowed 20 carbs a day. I was allowed like 2,500 calories. It was insane. I barely did 6 carbs and I barely did 1,000 calories.
Okay.
And my main fats was meat and avocados. I'd have a half an avocado a day.
Always, yeah, I always eat like between a half to one full avocado a day. That's so good
And I
for you.
never liked them before, but man, they really taste good on the stuff. My favorite thing to eat on this diet is a hamburger on a leaf of lettuce with tomato, onion, and an avocado on top of it. Oh my god, it's freaking amazing.
It is good. It is good. And Tara, that Whole30, it's a really good system. When I cleanse my system, I go off of the keto when I do the Whole30, and it really, really cleanses your system well. So I am in a cross between that. I've been doing the Whole30 for about a year now, and every 6 weeks I do a Whole30, and it really does work well. And it amps up the keto too. You lose like 5 times more weight. But the problem is I'm trying to maintain. I'm not trying to lose. So I think the Whole30 has been making me lose more weight than I should, actually. But the Whole30 is a good system. I like that. Gets rid of all the, it detoxifies your whole system.
Oh, really?
Yeah, definitely, Tara. Absolutely. If you want to get my my phone number off of Sweets, I don't know if you ever email, feel free to call me anytime. It's a really good system, though. I do have to admit that.
I'm still here. I'm just over here for a minute.
Not a problem.
So if anybody's talking to me, I don't see you.
Okay. Yeah, you'll like that, Tara. Your system will get cleaned out like really good. Matt will like it more. When my husband does it, he gets more benefits from it than I think the females do, to be honest with you. Well, Tara, if you feel bloated and crappy, what you need to do is you need to get some black walnut root. You need to do ginger and make a tea with them and start drinking that. The black walnut root removes extra fluid from your body. Yeah, he won't lose weight, but he'll get more benefit from it. Like, he'll get more clarity. Like, I notice, like, when my husband does it with me, he gets a lot of clarity. He gets more energy. I noticed him doing a lot more stuff around the house and being more energetic at work. You know, so the men, I think, get a little bit more out of it. I think the female get more of like the detoxification of like their female system. I think they get the detoxification of their thyroid, and the actual inflammation of the joints go down from the Whole30. So I think that, you know, I guess the benefits are different for men than for women, but for the woman, we don't really get a lot of energy off the Whole30, but we do get a good cleanse. The men get the energy. I get very tired being on the Whole30, and he's like running around me.
All right, I'm back.
All right. Did you make breakfast?
Yep.
Good.
A hamburger and eggs with cheese.
That's a perfect keto breakfast. That is a good keto. See, I'm on the intermittent fasting part of it. So right now, this week, because I switch off my weeks, this week I'm on 20 hours. I go 20 hours without eating, eat for the 4, and then I'm done.
Nice.
And then next week I'll drop back down to 16. I like it because it's just different.
I'll be right back.
Oh, Tara, go out and buy this stuff. It's called monk fruit. It's lactose sweetener, and it does not affect your kidneys, your glucose levels at all. But just remember, it's 3 times sweeter than regular sugar. And it's called monk fruit. You could put that in your coffee. That's what I use when I'm on the Whole30. Try that. You might like. I mean, I like it. It's the closest thing to sugar that you can get, and it has no saccharin, no nothing in it. It doesn't affect the liver or the kidneys. It doesn't spike your glucose. It's like you've never had nothing in your system. I get that over at Walmart. They have it in Walmart. and it's in a red and white package, and it's called lactose or monk fruit. And you want to get the classic one. And then if you cannot find that, I know for fact Walmart sells Swerve. You can get the Swerve sugar too. And that does not spike or affect you. I like monk fruit because it tastes most like sugar. And you can use that in everything that you use, and it, like I said, it will not spike. And it's perfectly fine for the whole 30.
All right, I'm for real back this time.
Okay. Hey, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Because I can't do a keyboard. I'm not a keyboard warrior on this phone.
Mm-hmm.
When you punch in Swerve.
Swerve?
Yeah, SWERVE.
Okay.
And then or / monk fruit, lactose.
Okay.
Katara, so that she sees how it's spelt. And they do sell that at Walmart. Because she said she was going to miss sugar in her coffee on the whole 30. And I said, oh, you can use monk fruit or Swerve. It does not spike the glucose levels or anything. And it's perfectly fine for the, well, I mean, if we can eat it on keto, it's perfectly fine for the 30, the whole 30.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's a big thing on keto, no sugar. You know, I ought to do a channel on this stuff.
I agree. Put some of your recipes and stuff out there, and the how-tos and the do's and the don'ts, and what you learned to work for you and what could work for somebody else. And
exactly, because there's 12 different kinds of keto diets.
Mm-hmm.
And people just don't get that. They think keto is keto and it's one diet. It's not. It's 12 different kinds for 12 different people, and that's the body makeup of the world. So you have to find one out of the 12 ketos that's actually working for you, and then that's what you need to stick with. You know, they designed 12 different ones for the 12 different systems of people.
I don't know, Rue. Hey, Sherry, this molasses probably are not one of the acceptable keto things, is it?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Molasses is burnt sugar. And it's just thickened and darkened. That's all that is. So when you're getting brown sugar, that's all it is molasses added into white sugar.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, nope. You can make your own with Swerve. You can make your own molasses. Yep. That's easy to do.
Swerve, is it an artificial sweetener?
Swerve is an artificial sweetener, but it does not spike the glucose in your system. It's like a monk fruit. And it's one of the more acceptable ones that I have found that tastes more like sugar than anything. Mm-hmm. It's either Swerve or monk fruit that I noticed that tastes more like sugar. Like the ethanol, it leaves a taste in your mouth. Yeah. I have tried every sugar product out there, and I have test cooked with it. And the my two most favorite ones are Swerve and monk fruit. They taste almost identical to sugar products. But you got to remember, monk fruit is 2 times more sweeter than sugar. So if it calls for a cup, you use a third of a cup of Swerve. I mean, of monk fruit compared to 1 cup. Swerve is a 1-to-1 ratio to sugar. That's just in my cooking experience. People can use, whatever they want, but that's my cooking experience, is that Swerve is definitely a 1-to-1 to sugar. And then it's a 1-to-3 or 1-to-4 ratio with regular sugar, with monk fruit. Wow. So if things call for a cup, I use a third of a cup of monk fruit, if that's all I have in the house. And if I have Swerve, if it says use a cup, I use a cup of Swerve. Cool. I do notice that and it leaves no aftertaste. It's just like sugar. It leaves no aftertaste. It's got an awesome taste to both of them. You know how, like, sometimes if you I don't know if you've ever tried Sweet and Low or Equal or something, and it has that nasty aftertaste. None of that on those two. The ethanol, oh my God, it's nasty. It's nasty. It's like eating 15 packets of Sweet and Low straight. I don't like it. And they also sell liquid monk fruit too. Really? So say if you get iced teas and you can put like 2 drops in, and it's like 2 teaspoons of sugar. So if you like your your sweet teas or whatever, you can still make them with monk fruit liquid. Yeah, I don't mind Splenda and Terra. I actually use that too. I use it in my coffee sometimes. Yeah, but see, that spikes glucose levels. That's one thing I don't get. Okay, so you're diabetic and stuff. You're going to go to the Splenda or the Equal or Sweet and Low, and it spikes glucose levels at a higher clip than regular sugar. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, so what you do is you just add your liquid, or either that you add like a third of a cup of monk fruit into the gallon, shake it up and see if it's sweet enough for you. You can make sweet tea. You could do anything you want on the Whole30 and the keto. You just got to use the right products. Mm-hmm. Do you watch this guy called Thomas DeLalla? Mm-mm. Never heard of him. Look him up. He's on YouTube. He's not bad to look at, let me tell you. He's a ketogenic guy, and that's all he does is keto.
Oh, really?
And this guy is fine looking. And let me tell you, he is an extremely smart guy when it comes to keto. He shows you how to shop. He shows you the mechanics of everything and why you're doing what you're doing, and if you plateau, how to change it and correct it. Keto for people over 40. You know what I mean? Like, he goes through everything, this guy. He's better than that Dr. Berg. He's 100 times better than Dr. Berg.
That's cool.
And the only good thing about it is he's nice to look at. So you get to watch 20 minutes of videos 3 times a week with this guy. And he's pretty fine looking. Not bad.
Good morning, Melinda.
Oh, hello, Melinda. Good morning.
Rooster, are you still there?
Probably tanked out.
God. No, I'm full. I haven't ate since I ate that pie yesterday.
I don't know if you like beer, Tara, but you can have ultra light beer in replace of your Smirnoff.
Oh, girl, if I eat breakfast, I prefer breakfast over any meal. If I had to stop and choose what meal I was going to eat during the day, if I had to fast, I had to choose which meal I was going to not fast at for that day. Breakfast is when I'd be eating. All right, babe.
I guess you're up Schitt's Creek, Tara. No Smirnoff, no beer for you.
Whenever I was doing my keto thing and I wanted to drink, I drank vodka and like Sunny, that not Sunny Delight, but you know, that diet drink. What's that thing? Oh my God, my brain's blank.
I don't know.
Oh, it's that one drink. Oh, goodness gracious. It's a diet drink. It's always being advertised on TV. Anyways, it was a diet fruit drink thing. I'd mix that with vodka.
Yeah, you're not supposed to drink anything diet, girl.
Yeah,
it has more saccharin in it.
No, not Sunkist or Squirt. It was hold on, I'm trying to think of the commercial. Comes in those little sports packets, you know.
Oh, do you like Jell-O?
Yeah, I love Jell-O.
I'll send you. When I send you that box, I'll give you the stuff to make yourself some Jell-O that's keto.
Nice.
And then you could do the whipped cream. Oh my God, that's what I live off that stuff. Made up of Jell-O.
Hey, Melinda.
How you doing, guys or girls?
Doing good. How are you?
Hey, Melinda.
Oh. Hi, Sherry. How you doing?
How many inches of snow?
I'm going to show you guys, okay?
Okay. I heard that like Boston area got hit with 13 to 17 inches.
There it is.
Oh, you didn't get too much, so that's not too bad, but you got a second storm coming in tonight.
We have 3 systems coming in.
Nope, they canceled the other one. That went on to see.
Oh, really? Because I got alert saying 3.
No, that went right out. It's gone. So you got the second system coming in tonight, and it's supposed to last until Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday night. Okay, so you just showed that, right? So I'm going to show you what we got.
Okay. You still got. I like your picture, by the way, Sherry.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so let me see. This is what we got. Absolutely nothing.
Wow.
Nothing.
Looks like you're in Chatham, Mass.
Nothing. Nothing at all. Nope.
Just wait. It should change.
No, we're supposed to be getting all rain on the second system, too.
Really? You must be really close to the ocean then.
Oh, I am. I'm right on top of it. I could walk out my door and walk like 300 feet and I'm at the ocean.
Wow. So you're getting all the salt air. That's why.
Well, usually we get slammed with snow. We're like one of the highest areas in Massachusetts that gets slammed with snow. For whatever reason, we're getting the rain this time. So I'm kind of happy about that. So I'll take that.
You may not be happy for the next storm coming from the west.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm really surprised that we didn't get anything this time. So that kind of really shocked me. But,
right now, right now it is snowing here. It's big flakes, and it's sticking. It's wet and super heavy.
Yeah, see, all we're getting is rain. Last night we got a little bit of kind of like that sleety ice.
Yeah.
But that lasted about maybe a half hour, and then after that it just went.
Yeah. Well, the temperature's supposed to plummet tonight to teens. And if that's the case, we're gonna have like an ice rink, and we're gonna have a lot of people in the accidents. Carelessly driving.
Yeah, well, that's the problem with Massachusetts people. They think they're invincible just because they own like a truck or an SUV.
Yeah.
And they still do 90 on the highways, and it's like, you're stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
I have studded snow tires on mine.
Right.
And I put them on in October.
Mm-hmm.
And I go all the way through April with them. And then I'll change them out to my regular all season tires. And I don't even drive like a freaking maniac.
Oh, my mom, oh my God. If there's a medical emergency with my mom, she goes 100 on highway. And she doesn't get stopped.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Or if there's a problem in the family, like a death or something, she goes out of hell. Me, if I go with my mom, I put my seatbelt wicked tight, so tight so I can't move out of the seat, and then pray every time.
So you're up around Chicago, Tara. Mama Q is too, as is Pink Prozac. They're all from up that direction.
Hey, Roaster 44, it's been a long time I seen you.
You could take me off full screen, sweets.
Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't even paying attention.
It's okay. It happens.
Yeah, I wasn't even paying attention.
Oh, I like seeing you too. Not a rose.
3 hours away from Chicago going towards the border. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, I fell asleep about 1:30 this morning. Woke up about an hour ago.
Nice.
Oh,
Me, I'm a night hawk. I stay up all night and I sleep maybe 3 hours and I'm up.
Yeah.
Because I used to do lock security for schooling for bus yard, making sure nobody breaks into the buses and everything. And I used to work from 6
if
in
you
the
went to bed at 1:30 and you woke up at 10:30, that's more than 3 hours.
Yeah, but I was wicked tired. And the cold doesn't help either. When I did lock security, I worked from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. and didn't get home till 8 o'clock.
Wow.
Yeah. Because I was living in Revere at the time and I had to take trains and stuff. And Revere gets snowbound.
Revere's a rough area.
No kidding.
Yeah, it is.
I used to live there.
I've always wanted to live in Dover, Delaware.
Really?
Yeah.
What the hell's in Dover, Delaware?
A college
That's what I
there.
was just
It's
gonna
a
say.
church college.
Oh.
They do a lot of music and a lot of singing and stuff, choir.
Oh, okay,
Oh.
okay. Come here. Come here, Keek.
How's your mom, Sherry?
She's getting out today.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I was
But
praying for her.
She's going to be one of the last ones to get released, so she'll probably be out of there by 5.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I'm hoping that I told her I'd be up there around 2:30 because of the
Right.
weather. And I just have stuff I need to do here because I have not gotten anything done here, and my daughter's useless.
Well,
I
be
have
careful because
single
Boston
issues.
got swamped with the snow too.
Yeah, I know. Well, see, that's my problem because the second storm system's supposed to be coming in at 3. So I'm
Right.
hoping that I won't get caught dead in the middle of it.
True.
So that would be my problem.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but she's coming home today, thank God. I'm gonna bring her back and I'm gonna say, here you go, Dad. You take
She's all yours.
I'm taking a few days off.
Shut the phone off, shut everything off.
Yeah, well, I mean, she's been a ton.
It's snowing.
She's been very, very mean. She's not been a
Yeah,
good
it's
mood at all.
snowing again, Mom.
Sucks.
Off my car.
Yeah, there's 2 more systems.
And before I end up hating her.
I know, it's crazy. You all right?
Oh, no.
Yeah, I hear you. Me and my mama, I mean, I love my mom. My mom is my everything, but there
Did
is
you
no
hear
way
me,
in hell
all?
we could live in the same house. Just it's
I turned
not
down the volume so you wouldn't hear me.
gonna happen.
I love my mother to death. I mean, she's like my best friend. You know, I love her to death. And, but this attitude since she's been in the hospital is just too much.
Oh, right.
So I'm going to take a few days off. I've already made meals, so I'll bring them today. So she'll have enough meals to last her 5 days. And all my father has to do is heat it in the microwave. Done.
Yep.
Does your
So
parents
she-
got Meals on Wheels?
No. My mother does everything. She does all the cooking, cleaning, everything. My mother is very self-sufficient.
Hmm.
She would not go for that. I don't think, let's put it this way. I think that if she had Meals on Wheels and people coming in to help her, I think she'd die soon. She has to be independent or else I don't really think she'll live long.
Yeah. my mom lives with my sister, and they fight like cats and dogs, and throw me in the mix of that shit. It's chaos and hell. We all love each other, but too many cooks in the kitchen. I'm telling you.
Yeah, exactly.
And we're all dominant
Exactly.
females, so.
So I told her once she gets better and everything, I says, you know, because she's not only dealing with, you know, the heart attack, she's also dealing with, she had a hip replacement. So she's got to work that through. So
Yeah.
I told her, I says, you know, if you get better, I says, I'll take you on vacation with me in March. So she's got that to look forward to. So she's kind of excited about that.
She better take it easy on her hips for a while, not to overdo it and strain herself or fall down and break it again.
They want you to move.
Yeah.
With the new hip surgeries, they want you up and walking. They want you to start doing stuff immediately.
Well, what I'm saying is try to make sure she doesn't fall on it either.
Oh, no, she's got a walker and all that other stuff that she has to use. But she also has physical therapy coming in 4 days a week, and then the visiting nurse coming in 5 days a week.
Good. I was just going to ask you about that.
Yeah, and she'll have that for the next 2 months.
Good.
Yeah, Rooster, you're right. When my mom's around, there is no other cooks in the kitchen. You're the student or you're the one getting tossed out the door.
Yeah, same here. If I want to cook or anything, I say, hey, this is my space. Get out of my kitchen or go outside and play.
Yeah, Tara, when your mother has the hip replacement, they'll make her get up the same day that she gets out of surgery and walk. Yeah. They do things
so
differently.
Does it get stiff or not bulk on her?
What's that?
It will help her move her joints of the new hips and stuff.
No,
I
well,
can't think right now.
They use a different technology now, and it's a different hip that they use.
I was going to say prosthetic, but that's something totally different.
Yeah, no, all they do is they cut the bone out and they put a new bone in it. It's all made of titanium instead of plastic now, so the plastic don't wear away. The titanium stays forever.
I see.
So, I mean, it's interesting, but I guess, you know, once they replace that, that's it. You know, the joint's normal, so they want you up walking, like walking the hallways. On the second day, you're walking up and down stairs. It's like really, it's crazy. You would think after having a major surgery like that, they'd let you rest for, you know, a day. But they don't. As soon as you get back to the room, you have your physical therapist come right in and they get you right out of bed.
Wow. Yeah, that's what most elderly people, when they get their hips replaced, that they actually suggest that they go to a physical therapy place, you know, and stay there.
Yeah, they don't do that anymore.
A bounce back.
Yeah, they don't do that anymore. They don't even send you to the rehabs anymore for that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nope, they do it right in your room.
They keep you in the hospital for 2 to 3 days. And then after that, they send you home and they send a physical therapist out to you.
And just pray they don't have an infection or a setback.
Yeah, here in Illinois, they send them to a bounce back place.
Yeah, I think they're doing away with them because Massachusetts, they used to do the same thing. They don't do that anymore. I remember my father-in-law, he had his hips replaced and he got sent to a rehab. And I think that was like for 30 days or something. And no, they said they don't do that anymore.
Wow.
They send you home with a physical therapist 4 days a week, and they teach you how to use your own equipment in your own house. And then they send out a actual visiting nurse 5 days a week just to make sure your health's okay.
Yeah, if there's no infection or setbacks.
So that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when my mom got her appendix burst, I saved her life. She had problems breathing and everything. She was in ICU for 12 days. And
Wow.
then they transfer her to the rehab to get her body back in motion, physical therapy and everything, because she couldn't even do anything after the surgery. Goodbye, 800 service.
And that was for an appendix?
Yep. Her appendix burst and everything. They had to open her up really good and clean the stomach out and everything because all that poison was in her.
Yeah, she must have been septic.
Yep. She was very septic.
Yeah.
And thank God I was here. I saved her life. She was in and out of consciousness, and I said, "Oh, I knew something was wrong, but I wasn't really sure." But when I saw her fingernails, I said, "I'm calling 911." I didn't like the looks of her fingernails.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can die from your appendix rupture and from septic.
Oh yeah.
Yep. She was there 12 days in ICU. And thank God she was there because she was having a really tough time. They put her on CPAP, they put her on inhalers, she threw up blood and everything. So after she was healed enough in the ICU, they transferred her to the rehab and they start putting her on physical therapy for 10 days. 5 times a day, every day, to get her muscles moving because she was in bed for 12 days.
Nice. I'd like to be in bed for 12 days.
Yeah.
It's not all it's cracked up to be. I was stuck there for 14 once. Sucks. Matter of fact, I was in a I wasn't able to get out of I had my stomachs busted open, from they had to pack me from the inside out, and it took me like over 8 months to heal.
Yep.
Talk about being dependent on other people and other people have to take care of you because I couldn't hardly even move.
Yeah, when you stand up, you felt like there's nothing underneath you and stuff. It felt like that. Yeah.
Yep. I was in the hospital for 14 days. I was laid up for a good 8 months before I could even take a shower or anything.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so tired I could use a bed for 12 days.
Well, I bet.
This has been one hell of a freaking 10 months for me.
Yeah. It's not been an easy one for me either.
I'm hoping January 1st comes and the sun's going to come out and be a little bit better this year.
I know we're going to have a bad summer this year or next year, whatever. It's going to be hotter than hell.
Hey, that's okay. I'll take that over the snow.
I hate the heat. It bothers me.
I don't mind the heat as long as we don't have that humidity crap.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, humidity. Yeah. Oh man,
Oh my God, that humidity kills me.
And me.
Oh my goodness.
I'll take the heat over the cold any day.
Yeah, me too.
Same here.
For sure. I just don't like I said, I don't like that humidity crap. That humidity is just terrible.
Yep.
Makes the way I'm hurting, I can go in a tanning bed for a few hours. That's what I want to do. I want to go lay in a tanning bed for a little bit and warm my joints up a little bit.
Be careful with the tanning beds. Don't get too burn on those.
I'll tell you what. I'll take a video of me laying on the beach in Miami
You suck.
Excuse me.
I
Me
leave
too,
the
Karen.
26th and I come back January 26th. I'm gone for a month.
Oh, I ain't even listening to it.
I'm on vacation.
Can I be in your suitcase, Sherry?
I'm going to Louisiana. Then I'm going to hit Alabama. And then I'm going to spend 2 weeks in Florida.
Nice.
You suck.
You know the G-Team Paranormal's down there, and oh my gosh, is down there too.
I can't stand, oh my gosh.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I like him.
He's
I think
he's a
a hot
phony.
riot. Huh?
He's a phony.
To a point.
No, he's a phony. That the only thing that guy's interested in is making his money. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
Him and James. I do not like people like that.
How about Urban Goes Urban Exploration?
Give me the first name of the person.
Urban Goes Urban Exploration.
Yeah, but what's the first name of the person
Oh,
that owns
Joe.
the channel? Joe. I don't know him.
Joe and Rob.
Don't
They
know
go
him.
to an abandoned place and they had things thrown at them.
Yeah, but is that stuff real? Because
Yes.
98% of the time when you go out haunting, you know what I mean, investigating, I'm just going to tell you, you get nothing. And then all these channels just happen to seem to have all this stuff happening. To me, that's not a true channel.
Well, look on the Polka Dice trailer. That is haunted and things been thrown, and daybed's been flipped over by itself. I seen it on video.
I to be honest with you, I don't believe channels like that.
I believe in some of them. And CJ Fasion, he's a racer. He has a haunted attic at Delaware dealership, and things been moved by itself.
Well, see, stuff like that, I can see that because, you're there all the time and you can videotape it all the time and then take those clips out and make a video. I believe that. But when you're going into a place for 3 hours and you got things flipping over and all this stuff flying around, don't tell me that crap ain't rigged. And you being a empath should know that it takes a while for ghosts to be comfortable with you.
Yeah.
True.
So for me, someone walking into a building and all of a sudden everything's flying around, that's rigged. That's rigged.
If no one's around, maybe not.
Well, they could rig things.
Yeah.
To do that. You get what I'm saying? How do magicians do things? Well, think about it, Melinda. I don't like, and oh my gosh, I don't like him at all. And I don't like James either. Who?
Mo Sargi.
Do I like Mo Sargi? No, I don't.
Yeah. Okay.
No. They're all in it for the money. Melinda, people want money out here. And the only time you see them going live is when their payments are due for rent, for their mortgages. Then they go live and people throw money at them like fucking crazy. They don't care about you. They don't care about their subs. They don't care about anything that's going on. That's all they care about is their money.
Well, Well, try to watch the Vampire School.
Yeah,
At
I
3
gotta
a.m.
I gotta sit down. And
That
I'm
is
still on it,
real.
Bobby.
That is so real. You see that.
I'm getting ready to get off here though shortly.
All right,
But I'm
bye.
still here for the moment.
oh, geez,
Bobby
she left.
came in and said, "Still up?"
Wow, she dropped out quick. You said you were leaving, and she jumped down.
Yeah, I figured another 10 or 15 minutes. I'd probably get off here and lay down because I have a headache really bad. But I wasn't planning on leaving just yet. I mean, Bobby just got here. Poor Rooster, been the only male testosterone.
Well, if you call Bobby a guy, him and his pink panties.
Him and his pink panties and his curly hair.
Yeah,
He's got a pretty little wig.
yeah, and his little wigs, and I don't know. I don't know if he's a man. I'm waiting for him to give me the finger or something. Jeez, I can't wait until like all these people start coming back on.
I know. I don't know why everybody's fucking decided just to stop streaming all of a sudden.
Yeah, because you got Rick, you got Bobby. I mean, no one's going live. It's like,
Rick says he's having internet issues. I don't know what the fuck's up Bobby's ass. And then Grizz, he's on, but I don't ever go in there because there's always bot or noodles in there, and I'm not going there. Especially with this channel, forget it.
I unsubbed him.
Yeah, so I don't even mess with that no more. So
Yeah, I unsubbed Grizz. I don't even want to deal with him. I was pretty upset with him about that crap.
yeah.
And I just don't want to be around.
I like him. I mean, I ain't even worried about. I just don't want to deal with the whole.
No, it's not that I don't. You know what I mean? I love Grizz. I think he's a great guy. But that crap that he pulled, I did not like it. I did not like it at all. That was just dirty shit, and I didn't care for it.
I feel you. But I respect Grizz. I mean, I understand. I don't understand what all is going on, but not my monkey, not my circus. I just stay the fuck out of it now. So, but Bobby, where the fuck you been, and why aren't you been going live? I don't understand this shit. Beginning to piss me off.
Well, Sherry K, you are dead. So how's that working out? Well, I'm on here, so I guess I'm learning the afterlife. How's things working out for you, Bobby? I know you're good too. Yeah, but
I've been having to go live at 3 and 4 o'clock in the damn morning because I can't wake up and have nobody's streams on no more. Because Bobby ain't on there. I fucking can't find Cliffy nowhere. Our whole fucking family's falling apart. What the hell?
I know. Bobby, where's your gay husband, Rick?
Oh, see, Rooster, he's cheating on you again.
Yeah, well, he's married to Pick a Rick.
Yeah, I know.
His gay husband.
Right there.
They shot me dead.
Turns One Life to Live on the YouTube.
Yeah, they shot me dead, and then they're together.
For
help.
That's right, Tara. Stop the drama and save our family.
Yeah, and it's pretty bad. I'll go back to Grizz at some point, or just not right now.
Yeah.
I'm not dealing with Noodles and Botman and all that other crap.
No, me either.
I went up on Nick's live stream the other day.
Yeah.
And walked right into the middle of it. Well, what he did is he sent me a link on Hangouts. I didn't even check his channel out. I just pressed the link. And I ended up dead smack in the middle of Botman and Noodles. I was like, fuck. Like, oh, shit. I can't believe they're here.
Well, damn it. All right. If I don't get off of here, Rooster won't get his lunch at 8 and he won't go to bed.
All right. I will talk to you later, hon.
All right. I love y'all. Baby, I love you. You guys have a great one, Tara. Thanks for hanging out with me from the very beginning. You've been a trooper. It's been not so fabulous, not so entertaining. It's been a little bit boring, I know. But thanks for hanging out here with me, guys, and making my day better and making me feel a little bit better. And it's nice to talk to people. I'm not so by myself and so alone. Love you. Yeah, I'm going to blame it on you. No, actually, I need to lay down. I have a headache really bad. And Brewster needs to go eat. And he needs to be in bed. He needs to go do his routine, and he needs to have his food ready. It's always your fault, Rooster. I'm thinking of you, though, babe. I've been watching the clock. It's 11 o'clock. You should be able to do everything you do and eat and be in bed by noon. Yeah, I'm being a little bit bossy, aren't I? But you need to take your vitamin, too. Don't forget. Take the vitamin. Makeup sex. Who's having makeup sex? Are we fighting? Am I supposed to be mad? If he knows what's good for him, he'll listen to me. I'll make him live longer. I love you, baby. See, I'm getting ready to show you. Hold on, I'm hitting the wrong button, damn it. I'm not feeling that great. So, anyways, I love you. Can't see. I love you. I'm gonna lay down. You can text me if you want. Call me if you want. I don't care. I've just gotta lay down. My head hurts. I'll be on later. You guys can guarantee that. Hit me up, look for me, watch for me. I'm out here. See you, love you, bye. Be fabulous.